How are we doing, guys? Good evening. Welcome to the live stream for tonight on the channel for yous. Since the Toon game is off tonight because of a rise in coronavirus cases, and our players and the staff have been catching it. So that's for why I do this live stream for yous. And yeah, get yous all involved, make up for it for the channel, since I can't do me original content. Unfortunately, but yeah, but I enjoy doing these live streams definitely, and it's great to get you involved again, as always. So yeah, so we're just gonna wait to see if we get any comments in the live chat. So yeah, so yes, please make sure if you are new to subscribe, and please hit the like button as well. So yeah, I'm just waiting on some comments coming in through you all. So yeah. So look. So we'll just wait. But I hope you have all had a good week so far. Out the lockdown, but majority of us were being placed into different tier systems. Us up here being put into tier 3. A lot of the parts of the country being placed in tier 2. So hope you're all coping with that as well so far, depending where you are in the country as well. So yeah. So just wait for some comments. We have got one that's already, but it's not popping up in the stream yard. But I can see from YouTube, and it says, and it's from Sport. I love a Jack Derby, and he says, "Time for another shit show from SAFC tomorrow." Yes, he's on about Sunderland. Well, it all depends. It looks like new Lee Johnson is going to be your new manager, from what I've heard. So it'd be interesting to see how he could do that. He's experienced for the Championship, so he is going to take it a league down. But we'll wait and see. It's now just up to the players, I'll say, for you, that they've got to show up. They've got to show up if they want to get promotion to the Championship. Then the players would need to turn up for Sunderland, definitely. And Sport Lover Jack Dobby says that's bad for footy fans. Yeah, he's on about since a lot of part of the country have been placed into tier 3, and so like all of the northeast got placed into tier 3. Some parts of down south, they got placed into tier 3 as well. So yeah, it's just a shame us fans, we can't go watch any football at the moment. That is the bad thing. Lewis Jardine says, "What supermarket do you shop at?" Oh, probably a lot of them, I would say, to be honest. I would say it's probably mostly between Tesco or Asda a lot of the time. They're the closest we've got. Well, Tesco, there's one just about a 50-minute walk away. Plus, we do have Asda, which is about 10-15-minute drive away, or 20-minute bus ride. So, yeah. So it's between Tesco and Asda, which are probably shop at the most, definitely. Sport Lover Jack says we could have had Nigel Pearson. Because he's not in a job at the moment. He could have been a proven one, definitely. So we'll just wait and see. But I think you've got to get behind Lee Johnson. You never know what he could do. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he'll do with Sunderland. And we've already got our first guest waiting, so let's welcome Lawrence in. So we're going to welcome him in now. So it was quick.
Hello.
So here you do it.
All right, how are you?
Not so bad. Shame about the game tonight, but
yeah,
health and safety in it because of
exactly.
Yeah, we still haven't heard the news of who has tested positive, have we?
Well, I heard Hayden and Kraft were 2 players last weekend.
Yeah, I think they were 2 of them actually.
But the rest of it's confidential.
It is, because normally, like, Sky Sports will come up with a breaking news and they say which players or normally or do test positive, but just
Well,
surprised not yet.
I think maybe some clubs keep it. Some clubs give you permission, like reveal if you have, like Liverpool did with Mane, Alcantara, and some don't, and some don't.
Sport lover Jack Darby says, don't know who he is. He's referring to Lee Johnson, former Bristol City manager.
He did well with them. I think he took them up from League One, from what I remember. I know he beat Man United in the Carabao
Yes,
Cup,
he did.
and they got the semis. They did all right against Man City as well.
Yeah, they did. They did, actually. So I'll be interested to see how he'll do there. Sport lover Jack Darby says, hi, Lawrence, as well.
Hey.
Lewis Jardine says, what did you have for dinner the night? Oh, it was pizza for me. What about yourself, Lauren?
Fish and chips.
Oh, nice. Can't go a bit wrong with that. Good old British classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, you looking for what do you think will happen in the other games tomorrow?
I'll have a look because I still need
the early
kickoff to a group chat.
Burnley against Everton.
Right. Okay, so I'm having a look on the BBC website. Right. Yeah, I think Everton, Man City, Chelsea, who else? Leicester, Liverpool will all win.
West Ham, Man United.
I think that might be a draw, but I'm just saying all win. That's who I definitely think will win. Like I could end up
Man United could win if Cavani starts.
Oh yeah.
But give credit to West Ham, they've really started to pick up. Maybe a little bit fortunate against Villa, but still done well. So that they've had a really good start of the season. Massive credit to them after we doing at the beginning. But so for Burnley Everton, I'm going to go for an Everton win.
All right.
I think Burnley are really struggling at the moment.
Tell you what, I think Jamie Vardy's probably gutted that there isn't any fans at the Bramall Lane, I don't think, because he would love to just wind them up again, because obviously he's Sheffield Wednesday lad. Because remember, he was like this at Bramall Lane last year.
Yes, so that'll be the Sunday game. Yeah, North London derby as well, between Spurs and Arsenal.
Good game for some of the Spurs fans to go back to, the ones that managed to get tickets.
I think Spurs are going to be up for this. I think Arsenal are really struggling.
Actually, I think Spurs will win it.
Spurs as well. And Spurs are playing absolutely brilliant. Absolutely. Oh, they're so brilliant at this moment of time. Mourinho's got him clicking. He's got him playing.
Absolutely. I think they're definitely getting top 4.
I think they are. They could possibly within a chance of going for a challenge for the title as well, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely are. Mourinho's got him well. I don't know where they've got all these tactics are out of date kind of situation because he's doing brilliantly at Spurs. He's cracking down on certain players as well who are not performing. For example, Dele Alli. He's not been getting a look in lately.
Aye.
Because apparently Scott said he's that Dele Alli's been pretty lazy so far from what I've heard for. And Mourinho's cracked down on that as well. So
yeah.
It's an interesting one. West Brom Palace. This could be
difficult one because you think West Brom should have confidence after getting the first win of the season, and Burnley also got the first win against Palace. I'm thinking Palace on paper you'd think they'd probably win it, but maybe it's been a case of they had a good start of the season. Now they're just going to fall off. Maybe like back into like where you'd expect them to finish 13th, 14th.
Yeah, possibly. I think Zaha is back for Palace tomorrow
Yeah,
after being on self-isolation. So be interested to see, but that could give West Brom's win against Sheffield United might give them a bit of confidence
yeah.
as well. Also very hit missy at
I,
times.
I still think West Brom will go down.
It's
Yeah,
possibility. I think Sheffield United are looking that way as well.
I think yeah they'll go down. I think they're like Reading from 13 years ago because
I
nobody
mean,
expect
yep.
nobody get top off after promotion. Absolutely no one expects it, but the following season they're just capitulate and go down.
Something's really not happening at the moment. Well, so far, the record is this season played 10 games, won non-games, drawn 1, lost 9, and on a bit of a losing streak at the moment. So I'm just going to check how many previous games they've lost lately. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lost the last 5 games in a row.
Yep. And I think they've got caught at one point, and that was a hump to Fulham. It took them a penalty, and Fulham screwed a penalty up.
Yeah. Liam says on TalkSport, and Arsenal fans said they will get relegated. Thoughts?
Is it really that bad?
No, I don't think that will happen. They might miss out on possibly Champions League or Europa League. I just wonder what has gone wrong with that squad at the moment.
Bit of karma, though, for the way they treated Wenger.
Well, yeah, you could say that. Lewis John says, would you rather hear a woof or meow? Oh, Jesus Christ. What would you rather hear, Lawrence?
I don't really know. To be fair, I'm sure he was asking the same questions because I was watching Shorty's stream earlier.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, see most of that. So, and David Waller keeps saying Newcastle take over. Fucking knows what's going on. Even though Mike Ashley's taking it to court, or so we'll just have no idea what's happening with that at the moment. So, but
just focus on getting behind the team at the minute.
Oh yeah, it's just majority concentrated on this season as always. So yeah, we'll just wait and see. Looking at the other fixtures for this weekend, I know we had a game in the Championship tonight.
That was Bournemouth won 4-0.
Yeah, so Bournemouth with a 4-0 win over Barnsley.
Yep. Solanke has found his level.
Yeah, because he scored.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. So some interesting games. So yeah, we've got any games on the Monday night. We've got a game on the Monday night as well in the Premier League between Brighton and Southampton.
It's kind of a difficult one to predict, but because Brighton, they should have a bit of competence, get the point against Liverpool, but Southampton are a good side.
Yeah, it is. I think Southampton have been brilliant, but how did they let that slip against Man United last week?
Yeah.
I think as soon as Cavani came on, it was a completely changed game. That's what I thought. Yeah. It'll be an interesting one, definitely. Dave the Rave Hawk Collection says Newcastle take over is fake news. Another story to keep you distracted. Well, I said I've given up hope on it completely now, definitely. So I think it's just time to move on from that. Now, definitely. It's just. Liam says I got a bit of stick because I said Lee Johnson is a great appointment for Sunderland and he will get them promoted. If it's not this season, it will be next. Well, he has got experience in the Championship, and he has gone down a level. But I think he'll be experienced enough. It just depends if the players turn up and play for him.
Yeah.
That is the thing. So we'll just wait and see on that one. But I think a lot of Sunderland fans will get behind him. I think we will. Matthew Smith says, "Do you drive a car?" Unfortunately, not. No.
I passed my test last year, but I still haven't been able to get a car. They're really expensive. But I have entered IMSLab's competition to win. Is it 75 grand in a Jeep?
Oh, you put your name down for that, are you?
Yeah.
Well, it's the final tonight, actually.
That's Sunday night.
Was it? I thought it was tonight because we're down to 3 people now.
All right, because usually it's our Sunday night.
Because of the way things have been going on, because 2 have been going at the same time, so we're now down to the last 3 now. So. Liam says Ian Holloway was in the Premier League at Blackpool, now in League 2 with Grimsby. Just saying, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, it's just Sunderland is home tomorrow. I think they are against Wigan.
Yeah. 2 clubs that used to just always
really struggling. Wigan sitting at the bottom of the league.
Yeah, it's all the financial problems they've had. But I might as well pull up some of the non-league fixtures for tomorrow. The Northern League isn't going ahead because they want to wait till fans can come back. I might get myself to. I think I'll get myself to Percy Main's game in the Northern Alliance against Alec Town because you can attend games at that level. Right.
Okay. The National League Notes fixtures, and I know Gates are their way to Leamington.
Yep, they had the game at Darlington called off because of a COVID case at Darlington.
Oh yes, because I heard about that.
Gates had a lot of games in hand because they had thing there happening. They won one of the games in hand against Gloucester last week. York and Darlington have now postponed games against Gates because of it. And Blythe away at Kettering.
Town Blythe are really struggling as well.
Yeah. And then they've got a difficult game on Tuesday night at home, Boston.
Yeah, we'll sit at the bottom of the league on the Blythe Spartans.
Yeah,
JJ O'Donnell's just joined Blythe Spartans on loan now.
I can't believe that. It's like how many players Gates are letting go on loan. Blackett. O'Donnell's probably the last one because of how long he's been at Gateshead.
Yeah, that's the thing. So,
but I suppose in the Northeast you get the non-league, you get a lot of players play for rival clubs. Like Gates and Blythe have had a lot of players that play each other. Similar with Hartlepool, Gates players playing for Hartlepool, Darlington, York.
Yeah. Lewis says, "What's your opinion on Asda?" Well, it's a bit of a bargain in there, really. I would say people like to go for the cheap prices at Asda, but yeah, it's canny Asda. It's not me. Retro says, "Hey, how are you, lads?" So Jay, how you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Good to see you come in. Hopefully you can join in the stream soon. So, but yeah, good to see you. Yeah, but we're keeping all right in yourself, man. Liam, when Gates had off their last game, can't remember who it is against. I saw fans say William somehow thought William said he's done brilliant there, and they're getting south, so they're in the. I think they're in the top 4, 6.
5th place.
5th place. So that's good.
I think if they won the games in hand, they'd be up to 2nd. But yeah, I think he might be referring to
games in hand as well.
Celtic. But since then, they've gained, was it, 4 wins from the last 5 games?
Yeah, that's really good for them. So, yeah. So I'm just going to read. Liam says, "How far is Blythe from Gateshead?" Well, I've just looked at that. About 16.1 miles, so about 60 miles. So it's not too far, but there is a bit of a derby, between them two.
Yeah.
Definitely up in both grounds. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Retro says, I'm great, mate. I'm a bit busy. Yeah, that's no problem, Jim. It's no problem.
Yeah.
I
am hoping to get to Gates against Blythe Spartans on maybe the New Year weekend.
That'll be good. Hopefully, if we can, if we're not in tier 3 still.
Yeah.
Yeah, just going a little bit out of football. What do you think of the tier systems we got placed in? I think they're an absolute farce, in my opinion.
Well, first off, why is medium supposed to be the lowest tier?
Where was that?
And medium is supposed to be the lowest tier. I mean, that probably makes it stupid. Just that alone, and then if I like, and I just think it's just Tory bias, screwing over the North. But I've got a feeling we'll be back in tier 2 in a couple of weeks' time.
Because our cases, they're starting to go down. When you got places like London, their cases are still going up.
Yep, I think we'll swap tiers with them next time they review it.
Hopefully, yes, but we'll just wait and see. Because Lud as well, the vaccine looks like it's definitely on it. Well, it is on its way now, definitely. So we'll just wait and see. Well, that one he said, Liam NUFC Hereford is your furthest away day, isn't it? Is it thing that means in terms of Gateshead playing them? So
I will have a look. National League, onto National League North, stadium locations. I believe the furthest away day is actually Gloucester.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sometimes stuff happens that means likes of Kidderminster, Leamington, Gloucester somehow end up in the National League North. Maybe it's because other northern sides have went down with them from the National League.
Yeah.
But I can't recall Gloucester, Leamington being in like the 5th tier.
Yeah, Retro NUFC says, can I have a shout out, mate? Yeah, of course you can. Feel free to subscribe to Retro NUFC. He is just over 300 subs and he is working on towards his next target of 400 subs. So yeah, feel free to go check him out. He definitely does a lot of Newcastle content as well. Go and have a look, check him out, subscribe as well. Yeah, I think you would have really appreciated if you could do that for him as well. Oh, very interesting one. Lewis says, what would you do if you saw Steve Bruce in your house? That's a very interesting one. You definitely ask him why his tactics are so shit. And why does he consistently like to play 5 at the back? But I think most people would probably say they would prefer to chuck him with their own hoose.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, he is a crap leader, yeah, to be honest, so. Hi. So just wait for some more comments to come through. And he says, thoughts on Kings Lynn charging £25 against Hartlepool, I think it is. That sounds a bit of a thief for like a National League game.
Yeah.
Can you understand it a bit because of the pandemic where fans are not allowed in and they're struggling financially? Could see a little bit.
Yeah. Aye. But then you'd think they'd get some money out of streams for their home games.
That's a possibility. Well, be common that Chelsea were going to proudly charge £75 for fans.
Yep. I mean, as rich as they are, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, yeah. I mean, £75. I mean, who's going to pay for that?
Exactly.
Yeah, very, very thing. Retro NUFC says, thanks you, Pierre. No problem, man. Yes, as I mentioned, do feel free to check Jay's channel out, Retro NUFC, as well. So I think you I really appreciate that as well, definitely. So, yeah, go back to the Premier League for the weekend's games. I think some interesting fixtures in there as well. I think Chelsea and Leeds will be an interesting one. I think Chelsea will probably have that confidence because they're on a very good run. But Leeds, very good result against Everton.
Yeah, I think Leeds are better away than at home, but I'm going to go for a Chelsea win still.
I think it will be Chelsea, but if Leeds turn up, have a fight, then I think they've got a mighty chance. Fulham, I can see them getting picked apart against Man City.
Yep.
Burnley, Everton, I think it's going to be another Everton win. Unfortunately, I know they got that win against Palace, but against they got that win against Palace. But after that, Man City, they got absolutely picked apart in that game. And I think Everton are still really good at this moment of time. Even though they kind of be a little bit vulnerable at the back in terms, and also with goalkeeping as well. But up front and attacking wise, they are really good, definitely. Liam says, "Did you hear what Joe Lennon said? If you didn't, he said his aim to get Europa League football. Sorry, but we're not going to get that this season. No. As much as we'd love to, this season I just can't see it happening. Particularly not under Steve Bruce. Can you see it, Lawrence?
Nah.
Fortunately, that is the thing. Unfortunately."
So maybe we should look more at winning the EFL Cup. You know, it ends with trophy draw, and as well as like getting us into Europa League.
Yeah, I mean, go back to Joe Linton. Do you think he's starting to show a little bit of form lately?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think some game looked all right when he came on. Chelsea did well, and then again against Palace.
It did. I mean, I think Joe Linton needs a partner with him now. I think that's what he's going to need if he is going to try and start progressing at this football club. And he did well with Callum Wilson against Palace. So I think he just needs that. Lewis says, who would you take as the next Newcastle manager realistically? Many people say Sean Dyche, but I think he's a pile of bollocks. To be honest, I rate Sean Dyche.
I think he's all right.
I think he is. I wouldn't mind Sean Dyche, actually, if he came.
Yeah.
Liam says, while we have Ashley and Steve Bruce, it will never happen here. Exactly. Yeah. You're definitely not wrong there. Just waiting for some more. But yeah, feel free to come in the live stream as well. The link is in the description, but I will also put it in the live chat as well. See who else does pop in as well, so feel free to do so. Yeah. So do you think the West Brom game will go ahead next week? I think it will.
Yeah, I think players are self-isolated, and we should have enough negative results. And also the training ground that would have had a deep clean.
Yeah, it would have. I definitely would have. Yeah. As well. So yeah, I think the West Brom game should definitely come back in next week. Hopefully we can get extra players back fit as well. So yeah, we've still got some players out. So hopefully we can get that back fit. Liam said he would love Eddie Howe. A lot of people would, but it just depends how he's feeling. Because I think he does need a time off at this moment of time.
Exactly.
You never know, he could change his mind, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. If he took by his win and said he wants a full season off of managing. Yeah, Danny McCardle says, hello, how's it going? Yeah, doing well, thanks. And yourself, welcome to the stream. Thank you for popping in. Hope you're keeping well as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's also another YouTuber as well, a Man City YouTuber as well. If you want to go and check them out, feel free to do so as well. And he says, I like the stream too. Nice one. Cheers, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So, yes, so feel free to check Daddy's channel out. He is a Man City fan and he does some Man City content on there as well. So, yeah. Liam says, I've seen. Oh, there's one before that. Hold on. We don't need an Eddie Howe. We got Bournemouth relegated last season. He doesn't suit good to a club like Newcastle. I think he's done well in the Premier League. I think he's a young manager. Last season,
he's
a very poor Bournemouth side, unfortunately. Something just didn't click. But, yeah. Liam at UFC. I've seen Ipswich fans suggest Eddie Howe, but can't see him going to League One. No, I think you would look around about the Championship Premier League for Eddie Howe if that was to be his next job. I would say, yeah. Liam and UFC. Ollie got relegated, Lewis, and he's the manager of Man United. Well, there you go. Says it all. My God, Man United still persist with him. Why do they still persist with him? Tim Waller, Jose Mourinho name checks Newcastle. I know he likes to talk about Newcastle. Well, he likes to talk about his days with Bobby. Definitely. But... So, yeah, he's doing well with Spurs. He's doing absolutely brilliant with Spurs, definitely. So, you can also look at the Championship fixtures as well, because there'll be quite a lot of games. Well, definitely so much. Oh, we got an early kick-off in the Championship of Reading and Nottingham Forest. I think possibly could be a Reading win, that one. Brentford, Blackburn Rovers, I think that'll be an interesting one.
I think Brentford will win. Oh, it's Ivan Toney against Adam Armstrong.
It is. Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I am dreading the thought of Ivan Toney scoring against us and we get us getting knocked out by Brentford. We are not going to hear the end of it. I mean, the people crying over him are the same ones who are continually slating Dwight Gale.
Hi.
Okay.
That's the thing, yeah. Just a couple more comments. Liam again says, people say Eddie Howe got Bournemouth relegated, but he would at least improve us, unlike Steve Bruce. Yes.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, he would. Steve Bruce is just tripe.
Right now.
Utterly tripe. Yes, but Oli only got the job because he was an ex-player and he had to hire someone, so he must have been desperate. Well, possibly, but Man United should at least have the balls to sack him because he's not good enough for that job. I mean, 3-1 against PSG. They're on the verge of not qualifying through the Champions League knockout stages. But that is the thing. They might have one good game, but then it's going to go tits up the next game for them. That is the thing. Liam NFC, just like Lampard, only got the Chelsea job because he's the Chelsea legend and he couldn't get Derby promoted. Well, Lampard's turning. He's doing very well at Chelsea as well. He's got a very young, good squad joined together, and he's certainly got them clicking.
Exactly.
So the players will definitely want to play for him as well. So,
about the Championship fixtures, we've got Bristol City against Birmingham.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, that one.
Yeah. Then Coventry against Rotherham, the two teams that came up from League One.
Huddersfield against QPR.
Millwall against Derby. Well,
Norwich
who just
Sheffield Wednesday?
Yeah, Well, can I just say on Derby, I know you didn't hire him as, you know he's not got the manager's job, but why would you give Steve McClaren a job once, let alone, is it what, 4 times or something?
Well,
Because,
he's
like,
not manager. He's was it the
yeah,
technical director or something
I
now?
mean, he seems to be a curse. Because he got the job and they're still playing terrible. I mean, drawn over Wickham last week.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, to be fair, Wayne Rooney is probably never going to be a good manager, and that's not
No.
just because every Man United legend who gets a manager's job seems to fail.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But yeah, I think Norwich will beat Sheffield Wednesday. But I wouldn't be surprised actually if Sheffield Wednesday held them like say a 0-0 or the sneak to 1-0. It's just Tony Pulis.
Yeah, that's true. Liam says, just like Lampard, only got. Oh, no, I've read that one. Apologies. Liam says, would you take Steven Gerrard as
Yeah,
manager? Yeah, I would give him a chance.
yeah,
I don't think he'll stay at Rangers forever. I think he'll look to take this a step forward next.
yeah. I think he's hoping to get maybe his Liverpool job after Klopp leaves, which will probably be 2024.
That is a possibility. That's a possibility. So we'll just wait and see. Liam also says Derby fans love McLaren. Well, yeah,
I've
they keep
seen that.
giving him a job over there.
So there's also Preston against Wickham. Preston should you'd think Preston could win that one, but the home form's not been so good, and Wickham did get. Wickham have done okay, but
Yeah, that's the thing. Lewis says Stephen G would want to work on the fat cat Ashley. He's doing a great job at Rangers at the moment for years.
well,
Top of
that's
the
the
league.
thing.
They're doing well in Europe as well. And
Yeah,
don't normally say that with a lot of Scottish teams.
yep.
Steven Gerrard has.
There's also Stoke against Middlesbrough. I think Stoke might win it. They could potentially go up actually.
Well, they're sitting in the table. I've not checked the championship table.
Yeah.
Stoke are 8th and Middlesbrough are 10th.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 teams who could go up. Stoke are looking a lot better this season. Swansea against Luton. Yeah, Freddie Woodman coming up against the club he made his Newcastle debut against.
Yes, exactly.
And then Watford against Cardiff.
It's an interesting one. Liam says, I've seen our fans talk about Vieira as he got sacked from Nice. Would you give him a chance?
Well,
We got linked with him back in 2015 or something.
yeah, 2015 we were like, but he wasn't. But he wasn't going to get the control. I don't think he's a good manager, to be honest. Plus, I'm sure he had issues with Sir Maximin in the past.
Yeah, well.
But what was I going to say? I'd give him a chance if he any manager chance that came in, but I don't think I'd. I think we dodged a bullet with not going for Vieira. Yeah, I know Steve. I know. I mean, I know you, Steve McClaren's bad, but
Yeah, I can see where you come from with that one. Liam also says Wickham in the championship reminds me of when Yeovil got promoted to the championship.
yep, yeah. You kind of knew they were going to go down after 1 year.
That's the thing. I mean, where the third bottom in the championship at the moment by 3 points from safety. Just above them is Forest.
Aye.
We're just waiting for some more comments to come in. So just wait for see who else comes in next. So, oh yeah, we got one. Yeah. Lewis says, "Do you know that McDonald's have brought out the double Big Mac?" I heard you mention that.
I'm sure. Yeah, you did. I might actually get that tomorrow because annoyingly, I've had to be called like referee a game at 9:30 tomorrow at such short notice. I might have to just get. You know what? I might use that as an excuse to get one on the way back.
Why not? But I've kind of totally got off McDonald's, really, in my opinion. I just don't think it's the same as what it was all them years ago now, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the thing. So, do well on your Casino News Live, Saudi Arabia, move that. Anybody UFC, if Derby was to go down, do you think they will come back up, unlike Sunderland and Ipswich? That's an interesting one.
They could. I mean,
who leaves and who stays? I mean, the Benzai group officially took over them now.
I mean, I was gonna say. I mean, are they struggling with like the EFL checks? Because I'm getting the feeling we dodged a bullet with them last year.
It's still Mel Morris who's still in charge of them at the moment.
Yeah.
Something gone through, yeah. Okay.
Aye, and yeah, I remember a couple of weeks back I listened to Rafa on the EuroLeagues podcast. I think he said he wasn't really interested in the Derby job right now. Don't get us wrong. If the Benzai group, I mean, he could take it in the future if the Benzai group is as good as what people are talking. But I think he's not really interested now. Maybe it's the Italian job and the fact Derby is still in the Championship.
Yeah, that is the thing. I didn't want to promote a takeover whole. Nah, can't see it just happening now. I think it's all gone completely. Well, we have another guest to come in, and please welcome. He was on a live stream before doing a Q&A, so we'll get him in. And it's Sharky from Tuna.
Hey, Sharky.
Hey,
evening, lads. How's it going?
Good in yourself.
All right.
Well, just trying to get me voice back. You know, I'm still just trying to recover off a 2.5 hour live stream. But
see that? How did that go?
It was all right. I mean, the risks that you take for doing YouTube and your subscribers.
Yeah,
I was all keeping anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, when I'm running our quiz on Sunday, I'm gonna have to get a lot of water.
Yes, that's good advice. Keep that in your head. Get some water. No cans, water.
That's the thing. Well, it's you feel a bit gutted. We've got no game on tonight, but it's understandable.
Yeah, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
All right. I mentioned it in the group. I just think this is more important than a game of football because it's just one game. And next week we'll just go again against West Brom. Fingers crossed. Obviously, we'll get the players to train on Monday. And with the players not being able to train since last Thursday, you're just thinking to yourself, like, how do you play a game against Villa when it's a high intensity game and the players have had no training in them? Even for me, 2 days is not enough.
Yeah.
It's definitely not enough.
And we can always play it another time.
I mean, people were saying, oh, well, Newcastle should be docked points, this, that, and the other. I just don't think that's right at all. I think the Premier League have made the right decision.
I mean, where did they get that from?
I know. I was reading it in the papers. I was seeing it online. I'm thinking,
TalkSport once again.
Yeah, TalkSport was one of them as well. That's where I think I got it from, actually.
I think.
And I'm just thinking to myself, like, you know, these non-league sides got like dock points, but you know that was then. This is now. Like the Premier League know that they can't afford to reclose the season again. They have to. If someone's got coronavirus, then for me, you've just got to like do the right thing and just. It's one game. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to delay the season again.
No,
exactly. I was gonna say. I mean, as I say, we can always like reschedule the game. It's a league game. It's not like say the situation Leyton Orient had against Tottenham.
Yeah.
What is it? What is being discussed? And I don't know what I've missed. What have I missed?
We discussed a lot of things. We've been going on about the fixtures for this weekend. Who do you think's going to win?
So all right, I've jotted mine down.
Yeah, I'm still yet to do mine.
Oh, I've got mine in already.
I've given Peter a few hints on who he thinks, who I think will win. But I noticed you went for a Burnley win against Everton.
I've just got that sneaky suspicion. Sean Dyche at home turf more is not. Plus, the thing is, I'm thinking a bit like Burnley, a bit like Stoke, like on a Saturday, 12:30 kick-off in Burnley. It's going to be peeing it down in rain. It's going to be cold, windy. And exactly. Everton, you've got to remember, they're not on the best run of form. And the last place you want to go to is Burnley.
That's the thing, isn't it?
I don't know. I just these sort of, like Burnley just seem to turn up around Christmas. So I've just got that. If they don't win, they don't win. But you know what? I'm going to back Burnley. I like to back the unfancied sides because for something when I back the unfancied sides, they seem to just pull out the bag for us. I mean, you can go through the fixtures and I can give you the wins and the losses if you want.
So Man City,
got you.
I think that's one.
Who's it? Sorry,
Man City, Fulham.
I've gone for Man City win on that one.
West Ham, Man United.
I've actually gone for a draw.
That could be a draw.
I just think because West Ham, like, they're actually on a good bit of form, and Man United blow hot and cold. Like, one game they'll play well, the next minute they'll lose.
Yeah.
And I just think West Ham, they would actually take a point against Man United. But even if West Ham are disappointed to get a draw against Man United, that just goes to prove like how far they've come under David Moyes in the last sort of few months.
If Cavani starts for Man United tomorrow,
got a chance of winning.
Possibly.
But I don't know. I just think Man United, they're so hard to predict.
Yeah. Well, got the win against Southampton after coming from behind, but beating off PSG.
And I don't know if you've mentioned it, but for me, and I said it last year, Ollie is not the right man for that job.
He's terrible.
Too big for him.
Exactly.
I mean, I said it when Matty Longstaff got the winner at St James's, and I was absolutely buzzing, by the way, when he got it. That's when he should have been sacked there, and that was like 14 months ago. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Chelsea v Leeds.
Sorry?
Chelsea v Leeds, which is the late game tomorrow.
I've actually stuck my neck on the line and gone for a draw. Again, I just think Leeds are a good side. They're working hard this season. Chelsea play good stuff, but Leeds have got what it takes to go down there and get something.
I think they've been well against that win against Everton.
That's the one game tomorrow. That's the one game tomorrow that I'm actually, apart from the London derby, that's the one game I'm keeping an eye on.
I wouldn't be surprised actually if Leeds did get the win, although I have gone for a Chelsea win.
Not? Why not? They went Everton last week and got a 1-0. I mean, to be fair, I'm not blaming Jordan Pickford for the goal because he saw it last minute, but Everton have just been very, what's the word I'm looking for? Suspicious. Like, defending is just awful. Like, and then obviously you look at Chelsea. I mean, again, they're a good side, but there's been a few games this season where they've let points slip.
Into the Sunday game.
Also, Spygate. Remember that?
Yes.
Marcelo Bielsa versus Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
Sunday's games. The early kickoff in that game is West Brom against Palace.
Well, what did I go for in that? Oh, I actually went for a West Brom win just because West Brom are at home and it's Palace. They're just. If we could beat Palace, if we could beat Crystal Palace, so can West Brom. Sorry.
Yeah. The next game after that, we've got Sheffield United against Leicester City.
Funny enough, and you might shoot us down. Yeah, I actually went for a 1-0 at Sheffield United to get the first win of the season. Leicester, for me, just the last couple of games just haven't been convincing.
You know what? I'm just thinking that Chelsea Leeds game, because it's kind of like Lampard against Bielsa. That's put us in the mood tomorrow night to watch The Damned United on Netflix.
I've seen it. It's good.
Yeah, as far as that, you can shove your winners' medals in the bin.
No, honestly, in that game, I know Sheffield United have been dire so far this season. I think they've lost like 4 or 5 games in a row. It's pretty bad. They've got to start winning games now. Otherwise, for me, they're going to get cut adrift.
And after that, we've got the North London derby.
I've actually gone for a draw on that one. Normally, I back Spurs because I don't particularly like Arsenal much. But I don't mind Arsenal. I just think it's a fan base really do it for us. As a club, they're fine. I've gone for a draw. Gone for 2-2. Just because.
I think.
Did you mention West Brom against Palace?
Yeah, I went for 1-0. I went for a West Brom.
That's a tough one because West Brom could easily win, but
look easily lose it at the same time.
Palace are going to drop down the table now.
But that's what I'm saying. Palace are typical Roy Hodgson Crystal Palace. They win a few games and they lose a few, don't they? But in terms of the game you just said, Love London derby. I mean, I would edge towards the Spurs win. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. But then I wouldn't be surprised if like Aubameyang done something daft and got a 1-0 win or something. But I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think Spurs will win.
I'm gonna stick it down the line, and I think there's always goals in this one 2-2.
Yeah,
I think Spurs could be well.
I'm sitting well and truly on the fence for this one.
Are really struggling in the Premier League at the moment.
But this is what I'm saying. Like in the North London derby, form always goes out the window. Like when we played Sunderland, right, we always kept them up, but then they won those games against us in the derby, and like as we were nigh on getting relegated anyway. It's like that. Like us was sort of like a mid-table derby before they start beating us, but now I think we beat them anyway. A hands up, like for where they are. But I don't know. Like derbies, like form always goes out the window for me. It doesn't matter where you are, even if it's like an FA Cup derby, for example, like a League One side against like a Prem side. Form goes out the window. Just go for it. Just smash each other in. Like not that way. Just get at each other and bang a few in and just please the fans.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm playing it safe.
I think Spurs are winning it.
Thing is, if I say one or the other, I'm gonna annoy one of them. So I just thought if I play it down the middle, I'm okay.
Yeah, but just read some more comments out. He's on about it will go down two ways. Could be or be another Blackburn with a bang. He's on about if Derby were to be relegated into League One.
I don't think Derby will go down though. I think they'll stay up. They'll pull it. They'll pull it eventually, but I don't think they'll have like a top 6 chase, whatever they normally seem to get at the end of the season. They'll be like mid-table near bottom end, so to speak. So like maybe 17th, 18th, somewhere like that. They'll get out of it. Well, they should do.
Right. Lewis says, "What's your favourite bread?" I tend to go with a big white loaf or bloomer.
Is this a lot of my questions from my quiz? From my stream? Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. I went for 50-50. I mean, it's only a loaf of bread, to be fair. Like, I mean, as long as I've got some bread and something in it, I'm happy.
Liam says, "Totally and Ori, I'm going to their game against Bristol Rovers on Tuesday." Well,
you lucky bugger.
So you are, bye. Because with London being in Tier 2, they're loud fans in.
Hopefully, there's a game I could be going to tomorrow. I might be going to Newcastle Blue Star. Might be popping along with that one.
I think I'm going to go Percy Main.
If any of you want to tag along, you're more than welcome. It's the one fans there tomorrow. So
what team's the kick off? 3 o'clock or something?
2. The one they said not anyone can go. Grassroots is open, and they literally just said on their Facebook the one fan in as many as possible.
Yeah, to get them back. I don't think
free pound tickets.
Yeah, asked Percy Main on Twitter about attendance limits, and I don't think there's really as much apart from like just being like rule of 6.
Well, I've been wanting to go to Newcastle Blue Star for a while, but do you remember when we had like all this social distancing and stuff in the summer, and you just couldn't get tickets to get in? Now they said now that we can go in, I'm thinking of just going across because I've missed watching a game of football. It's been over a month now, so
But I'm going to go watch Percy Main against Anik tomorrow.
Sounds interesting. I'll also be watching, hopefully, fingers crossed, if we're out of TF3 on Boxing Day. Sorry, not Boxing Day. Is it Boxing? No. Yeah, it is Boxing Day. I'm thinking of getting myself across to Ebb Live to watch Gateshead.
I think you'll struggle to get a ticket.
I'll find a way.
Aye. I'd love to go,
I'll even sit on the roof if I have to.
Yeah, I'd love to go, but price to get a ticket. I'm looking at.
No. To be honest with you, no. Theoretically, if I can't go to that one, I'll go to Gateshead's game at home at Leamington, if that's possible.
I don't know when Gateshead.
I say if it's possible. I'm just saying if because you don't know what could happen.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I just miss watching Gateshead. I miss watching the non-league scene, like Newcastle, Benfield, and all that. It's just been, just feel like I've lost everything, and I just feel like what.
Yeah, it's the 2nd of January when the return game is between Gates and Blythe at Gates.
Do you guys do?
Gateshead. The 2nd.
Oh, well.
They're not playing New Year's Day this time because of it being on a Friday, so they're just playing the games on the Saturday instead.
If I can't get that one, I'll go to Gateshead one.
Speaking of Gateshead, me and Lawrence were talking about this before, Sharky. JJ O'Donnell, he's off to Blythe.
I can't say I'm surprised.
I think that was a bit of a strange one, in my opinion.
Why? Because I've been watching a lot of non-league football since 2014 under Gary Mills, and I've seen a lot of like players go from like Gateshead to Blythe to York to all these. Like, so I'm kind of not surprised. It just happens.
He was the latest one to go to Blythe from Gateshead, wasn't he?
Well, to be honest with Blythe, and obviously if he's not getting the game time at Gateshead, it's an experienced player in the door, and obviously Blythe I think they're near the bottom, so they need some experienced heads that know that division, that know how to get them points. For me, wish him well. Obviously, I think it's just game time more than anything. So I like when I see all these signings, I'm like, if they're not going to play Gateshead, they're definitely going to go to York, or they're definitely going to go to Blythe. So it just happens, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I don't have any bad feeling towards them. I just think it's good for the players, especially at non-league level, to go and get game time.
Yeah, it is definitely.
I understand the rivalry between Gateshead and Blythe, but I just think at the end of the day, if you're a footballer, you're there to do a job and play football.
Yeah, and if anything, there's been like a lot of players playing for like rival teams in the Northeast Non-League.
That's why I'm not surprised.
Or the other game.
I mean, it's not the same as if you somehow had the balls to play for both Newcastle and Sunderland.
Well, we do that as well. We do it with managers and players. We do it. Anyway, sorry, Peter. Go on.
Where were we up to? All the other games that are taking place. So we've got the other game on Sunday. We've got Liverpool against Wolves. Diogo Jota plays against his former club.
I've gone for a 3-1 Liverpool.
I think Liverpool. Hopefully Wolves can do it.
They're losing Raul Jimenez as well. It'd be a big miss.
It's on Amazon Prime, which is good news for me.
Means you can do that while you do your quiz.
Yeah.
And, Monday we've got Brighton against Southampton.
Oh, I've actually gone for a 1-0 for the away side. I've gone 1-0 Southampton at the sneak it.
I've been very impressed with Southampton. I couldn't believe they blew it against Man United.
That's a difficult one because usually I'd be tempted to predict. I mean, if Newcastle got a draw against Liverpool, I'd be tempted to predict us to get a result next game. But so I'm kind of being biased if I predict Southampton win.
Well, to be fair, though, you were talking about Man United. It is Rochester United. They are going to get decisions in that game to turn it around against Southampton.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just some more comments to read through. It says, we would make it hard for ourselves against Sunderland like we did against Newport. Gun by that game
Probably
against
would.
Newport.
I'm kind of just glad that we got through in that in the end. And John Joe Shelby scored the goal he did. Otherwise, that nobody would ever live that down.
Exactly. You know what it is? I've seen us humiliated against like of Oxford and Stevenage, so I'm just grateful to get through these ties, even if it's just scrappy like that game was.
Anyway, what's people's problems? Like, we're playing Brentford, right? I understand they've got Ivan Toney, but that's about it. Like, we should be beating these sides. You know what I mean? If we're Premier League side, if we can't beat a Championship side, then for me, you can see why we have the problems we have under Steve Bruce. You can see the problems there and then. So I don't think personally, people think, because we're beating Crystal Palace, Steve Bruce is automatically a good manager again. No, he's not. For me, he's done. He's finished. Like, for me, he's beaten a very poor Crystal Palace side. I'm all for getting back in the team. Didn't get us wrong, but Steve Bruce for me is absolutely clueless when it comes to management. He's got no plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Honestly, he hasn't.
Lewis says, at Christmas. Yeah, you were saying, Lawrence?
Lawrence, what are you going to say?
Yeah, that is going to be a pretty difficult game against Brentford. I've got we will step it up like we did against West Brom. Oh man! If
you lose to Brentford, right, he's got to go for me. I mean, for me, he's on borrowed time as it is. I don't care. For me, I'm sick. I'm absolutely sick of it. Like, you know, we'll lose a game, then Steve Bruce out. Then all of a sudden, no, you're wrong because Steve Bruce is definitely a good manager. We've just beaten Crystal Palace. Who have we just beaten? Who we've beaten? Palace. Come on, man.
Lewis says, at Christmas time, do you have a Bucks Fizz? I haven't had a Bucks Fizz for a while.
About 3 years ago, they went through my nose.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it.
That was not nice. That was not nice.
I might be reminded of it on Christmas Day.
It's champagne and orange juice all combined.
No. I literally necked it down. That's the biggest mistake of my life. I should never have necked it down. I literally necked it. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I did that. I literally necked it.
If fans were allowed in, do you think Blythe would be struggling?
Yeah.
Blythe, they were struggling anyway.
They were lucky not to go down if the FA didn't go with null and void for the lower leagues.
I'm not for the pandemic, but the pandemic actually saved them.
That's the thing,
But it messed over South Shields because they should have went up.
I don't know how they're doing at the minute, South Shields.
I think they're doing all right, but I'll have
could you ever see South Shields in the Football League?
Maybe.
I mean, who did they play in the FA Cup? They played somebody quite close, League One or something. They put them close. Cheltenham.
Yeah.
Aye. But in terms of South Shields, they're only 6th in the Northern Premier League. How many points are they off the top? 4 points off the top.
But you got games in hand, though.
That's the thing.
Nah,
So,
they played the same amount of games of the top two sides. The sides above them with games in hand.
I think, in my opinion, all of the leagues are open this season. Like, you look at the Premier League, anyone could fight for the title. Anyone could go down. Same with the Championship, League One, League Two, non-league. I think it's good because last season for me was all too predictable. In the Premier League, we knew who was going to win it from the get-go. We kind of knew who was going to go down. In the Championship, for me, was kind of predictable. Now this season, like, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam says we struggle against a weakened Blackburn team, and Brentford has better players than Blackburn. I remember we only just.
I
think at the end of the day, you can only beat what's put in front of you. And yes, okay, we got lucky with Fraser goal, but he made the right run at the right time and he put the ball in the back of the net. Like, if Blackburn can't score from open goals, then that's not a problem.
What I was going to say, I think he has a point, we're struggling against him. I'm hoping for the Brentford game. I've got a feeling it'll be like the West Brom Cup game where we just... do you
know, I've just realised. Something. I've just realised something.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got another... Well, we should be beating them anyway, but the fans are coming back, so they're going to have a few thousand fans behind them.
That's if London have moved into Tier 3.
Unless if they move into Tier 3.
London are not going to... it's capital city. They need the money in, so they're definitely not going to get out of Tier 2. They'll stay in it. That means we're knackered for when the... thing is, I know it's only 2,000 fans, but it's kind of good for them in a sense because it's nice for them to have fans back in the new ground. But... at the end of the day, there's going to be a couple of thousand fans there. I mean, there's no way London are going to move out of Tier 2. Where's the government based?
London.
Exactly.
When I said one win changes nothing, we need to build on this more rather than not just win one game and then we'll play shite the next game after that.
I keep saying it. I say it every single week. We'll play Crystal Palace. Everyone will get a big hype on, and then all of a sudden we'll play against someone like West Brom, and we'll just do something daft. That's it. It happens.
Aye.
I mean, Villa was expecting maybe a 2-1 win or a 1-1. Probably more of a draw, to be honest. But we've got some winnable games coming up. If we didn't beat West Brom, I'm sorry. It's not good, not acceptable.
Yeah, Leaf says, isn't South Shields near Sunderland? Yes, it is. They're not too far away from each other.
I think South Shields is a bit of a mix in terms of Newcastle fans and Sunderland fans.
I won't go. I won't go to North Shields either, but I'll explain that. But that's another story.
No.
Aye.
I nearly got killed.
Aye.
Yeah, we're still waiting for some more new comments.
I am looking forward to going to Newcastle Benfield though, because the supporters are definitely going to get back in there. They're have you seen their tweets lately as well? They've been handing out half-season tickets now for Christmas and doing some good stuff.
Aye.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Question from Piccolo. He says, do you know Ramirez who played on Chelsea? Oh,
yeah. What about him?
How many times did I pack him on Ultimate Team, FIFA 12 and 13 and that back in the day?
Aye. Well, speaking of Brazilians that were good back then, I have packed Hulk on Ultimate Team. I'm trying to use him in an SBC because he's untradeable, but...
I like the Oscar as well.
Aye.
I don't know what happened to him. I thought he was a player who maybe would have stayed in the Premier League, but money takes over sometimes.
Yeah. I'm a bit annoyed I can't complete this Ajax against 20 Ultimate Team, I think it is. The SBC, because that'll be the end of the... that's the full section done.
You've been hammering the SBCs, haven't you, Lawrence?
Aye, one more and I get, I think, is it one of the pitch side trophies? Not that I'm not bothered about it.
One more than Sunderland?
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I'm hoping on the 16th, right, that they say we're going to go on Tier 2. I mean, it's common sense. But let's be honest, I think we will go on Tier 2 because if they're saying, well, by Christmas, for 5 days, you can spend it with your family and whatnot, then people, I mean, that's nigh on Tier 2 for me.
All cases are going down. Well, likes of London, they're still going up.
That's what I don't understand. I don't understand why we were Tier 2 going into lockdown anyway. I just think, for me, it's just daft that I think everyone should be put in Tier 2 and then evaluate maybe on the 16th and see where obviously the cities are. But London for me won't ever go to Tier 3, and I'm not saying that because it shouldn't be. It's the government. They're not bothered. They want people to spend as much money and travel to London as much as possible.
They're corrupt. That's it.
I always use that word, but I've got to be very careful how I use that word now. I use it pretty much in every video I do. Corrupt.
So he goes back to like being our current form. Beat West Ham, but lose against Brighton. Beat Burnley, lose against Man United. Beat Everton, then lose against Southampton. Exactly, you've just nailed it.
That's it.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It's typical us, right? Fair enough. We're not playing Villa, but we'll be given an extra break and we'll play like we've just played the day before. Like we'll literally just sit back. I mean, I'm hoping that wasn't just a one-off, that formation, because that was the right formation going forward. Don't play 5 at the back, because for me that's frustrating as hell.
Lewis says, where do you go to get your haircut, as I am needed of a fresh trim?
I've just had mine today.
Well, it depends where your area is. You know, you might want to look on the Google Maps.
My hairdresser, he's pretty sound, to be honest, but he just gets the job done. It's good banter.
Yeah.
Piccolo says he was released. Would you like him for free? He's on about Ramirez.
Done.
I'm all right.
Finished.
No, actually, no. He's better than Hendrick, but I'm okay.
I mean, I don't even want Jeff Hendrick. Never mind Ramirez.
Then again, I do worry that is he just there for the payday?
The thing is, though, right? You could tell the manager you got when you're attracting people like Jeff Hendrick, and then all of a sudden was it Cork we were linked with as well from Burnley? Come on, man. These are not the players that we should be bringing in at Newcastle United. I'm sorry, no. I'd rather bring in the academy players through, if that's good.
Yeah, like Ali Anderson.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just think it's daft. And this is what I'm saying. Like, Jeff Hendrick, do you think Jeff Hendrick's an upgrade? I don't think he is. I don't think he's any sort of upgrade.
I'm wondering. I'm thinking now would it have just been better giving Barlasser a chance as backup along with Longstaff brothers.
God, no, he's gone to Rotherham.
Yeah, had him in the squad.
That surprised me, that did, actually. I knew he'd go back to Rotherham, but I didn't think they were going to buy him. I thought he was going to go on loan.
I was thinking of the pandemic.
Apparently, there's a vaccine in the UK now. Yeah, there is. The only thing I will say about that is we'll be back of the queue for it. We'll be at the back of the queue.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not so bothered about it at the minute until I hear the green light.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I understand there's people, there's older people who need it. There's people who work in jobs that need it. Do you know what I mean? So, like, of course, I'm back.
They're going to give it to them.
I mean, we've got more chance of normality if, like, the vulnerable people get it first.
That's absolutely fine. Like, at the end of the day, I don't feel ill. I feel absolutely fine. And, you know, at the end of the day, I'll keep myself to myself. And I'm all for that. I'm not bothered.
Yeah,
honestly, I've seen. Go on, Lawrence.
What I'll never understand is people saying, "Oh, we need a vaccine before we can get back to normal," and then vaccine comes out, and they're like, "No," and they're like, I don't want one."
That's precisely my point. Like, people are moaning about it. I just think at the end of the day, you get it when you get it. If people have got it, but it's in the UK, then they should get it first. And then obviously you've got the NHS workers, you've got those on the front line. For me, do you know what? If I get it in 6 months' time, a year's time, as long as I get it, there's literally no panic on my side.
I'll take it when I get the chance.
Anyway,
as long as it's
they say there's no problem. There's no problems with it, right? But the way I see it, it just takes that one person to get a reaction.
That's the thing.
Anyway, I'll leave that at that.
And Piccolo will go back to it. And Ribamar?
I don't know who he is, but he's left another comment about, I think he plays for 1860 Munich. I'm sure Dean was watching them last week. Or
do you know what I thought that said?
Oh, he's apparently, I've just looked at him. I've just searched his name.
Ribena.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, Ribena. That's yeah.
4-4-2 to call Ribena.
Hey, Lawrence, how do you know that?
On loan.
This is the thing. Like, we're getting these players who we've never heard of. This is everything that's a matter of our football club and our scouting system.
It's been unknown since 2019. He's made 20 appearances, but only scored 3 goals.
That's a worrying concern.
What position? Oh,
he's gone now. Lawrence would say you're running the show now, mate.
All right, I'll have a look more at this right Beamer. I'm assuming he's a striker. Pete has just brought up his.
I've heard of right Beamer. It's a nice drink.
Hi.
Oh, he's back.
Yes, he is a striker, but yes, I know he's young, but no, thank you.
Nah, if that's the case, I'd rather get Adam Armstrong back from Blackburn.
Oh yeah, even Tony. I know.
You are probably going to scream at me for this. You are going to scream at me for this, but I'm going to be honest. I would take Adam Armstrong back. I don't think we should ever let him go. But I know I heard you say something, Lawrence, about actually I did catch that bit. You mentioned a bit about the Dwight Gale thing. To be honest with you, I just don't rate Dwight Gale personally. He sounds like a nice guy, but I think he's very championship. I think Adam Armstrong's got plenty of years on what's his face. Dwight Gale.
And
he's one of ours. He understands. Like I think if you look at under the previous managers, he was too young, and I think fair enough. I understand why the club let him go, but we took a risk on him, and fair enough. These players have done well, like Tony, but I think Adam Armstrong should come back. But I don't think I don't think he will come back. But he's a player I'd look at.
No. There's better.
Tony for me. Tony for me is a different one, but Adam Armstrong, he's from the area. Like I get that.
Yeah, Liam says I've seen us get linked with one of the Rangers players. I think he's from Finland. Which one was that one? I think we're being linked with Morelos, but he's from Colombia.
No, he's settled.
Yeah, I wish Irish guy mentioned him because he did be on where the Euro 2020 nations would finish in the Premier League. He never mentioned anyone off Rangers from Finland.
And talking of Rangers,
through to the next round.
Talking of Rangers, they're absolutely smashing it this season, which I'm glad for them.
Yes.
Sandergaard, Panigan.
Yes.
I've got a feeling Steve Gerrard will be the next Liverpool manager in about 4 years' time.
Imagine if Jurgen Klopp said 8-year contract.
Oh yeah, it's
you get a 2023, right? And now Gerrard's like, oh well, one more season left at Rangers. Halfway through that season, he's got half a year left. Liverpool breaking news: Jurgen Klopp gets an 8-year contract for his recent success. I mean, hilarious.
All right, I mean, not as hilarious as when we gave Party that 8-year contract. I mean, actually, I know you're right.
Gerrard, you can manage Liverpool when you're 65.
It's Glenn Kamara, who I've never heard of, that we were linked with. I did see that earlier. I didn't want any more cameras at St James's Park. There's too many of them, man. The only camera should be the one that I've got on as me backup left back on my league earn team and ultimate team because he's got 88 pace.
Dear me.
Yeah,
that's good.
Piccolo Soloist said he played for Munich 1860 Munich. He's on about that Ribamar and he's a full, but I've just looked at him and his stats just don't look that impressive. Well, that's the thing.
Anyway, we're going to find it difficult to sign players after because of the Brexit.
Brexit's going to be.
You can't now. You've got now. This is an opportunity to actually bring your run through your academy into the 20. I think for me, I'm all for it. Don't get us wrong. It is good to sign players from abroad. But I think if Newcastle, where we want to see local talent, or even if they're not local talent, just talent come through the under-23s, academies to under-23 to the first team, that's what we want to see. We want to see players make it at Newcastle. You've seen Dummett play. The Longstaffs, obviously, they're getting a chance every now and again. But Carroll, back in the day, Shearer, we want to see this.
Yeah, and Elliot Anderson in the future.
Anyway, a club like Burnley's going to love that because they always get very local. They don't have enough money.
Yeah, Sean Dyche will probably be very happy with that.
Oh, Burnley will be the most relieved club probably in the Premier League because they're going to save a lot of money.
Aye.
What's that lad who plays through the? Oh, but he made it through the academy. He's playing for them now. Forgot his name now, but he's
like McNeil.
He's brilliant. He's brilliant talent.
What a player he is. See it at the toilet, lads.
Honestly, what a talent he's going to be, and I could see this lad leaving Burnley probably in the next year or two. He's not going to stay there.
Yes, I think he will as
well.
No
chance. They're going to bank in on him. I think if someone comes in for 30, 40 million for him, they're going to take it. That's for Burnley Football Club. That's a lot of money. But the thing is, by then, though, Sean Dyche is going to stick around. It depends if they get a takeover. I think he's got a good chance. But then it's not about people say he'll get the sack. They'll never sack him for what he's done to that football club. He's transformed that football club. They've got state-of-the-art training facility, which they built, I think, a couple of years ago. They've got the stadium's sort of improving, but you can see that everything's improving. The money that he's brought into that club, and I'd love to see him at Newcastle one day under maybe better ownership, bit more money. It's better than Steve Bruce put it that way, 10 times better.
Liam says Elliot Anderson should go out on loan. In my opinion,
straight in the first team for me. Put him under pressure. I'm all for pressure. Me, get them in, let them play, let him express himself. Go for it. No, that's what you got to do. Like, you can't. I'm sick of this whole like we've got to send them out on loan. I would just put them straight in the side. Like if for example, if someone like Joe Linton's not performing, let him experience Premier League football. Put him in the deep end, and if you either sink or you swim, basically.
Yeah, there you
go. As a footballer, isn't your dream to play at the top level? There you go. Put him in.
Liam thinks this will be Sean Dyche's last season at Burnley.
Depends if they get a takeover. The takeover's undergoing some sort of completion, isn't it?
Oh, I've heard that takeover could go disastrous if it goes through.
Oh, yeah, I've heard, obviously, because I had previous problems with Charlton or something, didn't it? Was that right?
I think that could. I've heard about it. I think this could be.
Well, the thing is, Burnley, I think now that the current owner, he's not really in the rich list anymore. So obviously,
that's the thing. But I've just heard some really.
That's why I have respect for clubs like Burnley. They get a bit of rough press, but I think that when I think of Burnley, I think of a hard-working side. Like the fans are always right behind the side. I beat a turf more myself, and to be fair, like it's not bad. Like they actually get behind the side. And Sean Dyche, they all work for the manager, so to speak.
Yeah.
When I think of Burnley, I think of a hard-working side. Like they're not really going to be up there, but they just dig out results.
Give me 2 ticks, lads.
Yeah, but I just think every season they just seem to do it, and they've even beaten Newcastle a couple of times en route to getting points. So we're no strangers to getting beat off Burnley. And you have a guess. I'd have a guess who scored past with Lawrence when I was there.
Jeff Hendrick.
That was a horrible night. Well, I enjoyed the day, but oh man, honestly, the goal was scrappy as hell.
Yeah.
Oh man, we were right next to the Burnley fans, the singing section as well, and they were literally throwing abuse at her.
Oh man.
Honestly, that's one thing I like about Burnley, right? That one stand, the away end, they put you in with the Burnley singing section. It makes it more of a better atmosphere behind the goal.
Yeah.
That's good. Huddersfield done that as well. I went to Huddersfield when we got promoted. Got beat 1-0. They put us with a Huddersfield singing section, the Ultras, and that was pretty good as well.
Yeah.
Oh, when they scored, they started throwing abuse at us as well. I was like, yeah, you beat me 1-0. What you do? It's their first game of the season, to be fair, in the Premier League, so it's kind of understandable. Our first win. If that'll come up in the quiz. Huddersfield's first ever Premier League win. Of course, it was Newcastle. Mm-hmm. Tell you what, Peter, I went to Huddersfield as well, and that was a very similar situation.
Oh, it was the 1-0 defeat, wasn't it?
I was there. Their first game of the season, and literally the hide in with the singing section. They went 1-up and started throwing abuse at them. I'm like, right, because we both got promoted together, but I can kind of understand it. It's their first ever Premier League win.
I heard an American owner wants to buy Burnley.
I think he's got a better chance than the other guy that's been mentioned a lot lately.
It sounds mad to think, but Burnley are still an attractive Premier League club because they've had years of Premier League football. They're going to be a club that people want to buy, invest in.
Yeah.
He also says Burnley go down, they won't be seen again. Very similar with teams like Birmingham and Blackburn.
Burnley, a bit like Bournemouth, will bounce back.
I think Bournemouth are going to bounce back.
Wait there, Harrow, didn't I hear the same comment like about 10 years ago? Like, oh, Burnley's gone down, they're not going to come back up. Well, they've been back up 2 or 3 times in.
Yeah. Well, this is a good, interesting one. Lewis John says, when you used to go to the match before lockdown, did you pay a visit to Burger fans for a quick bite to eat? Odd times I did.
I think I did back in the day, but I don't think I did actually. I think I had something before it came out.
Yeah, I remember got one after Wigan away.
I do miss like the whole idea of like everyone meeting up before the game and like having a bit of banter and wanting to have a drink and then going straight in the game and enjoy it. Can't do that anymore now.
Doing that when you guys.
When we can.
Yeah.
That's one thing that makes my Saturday we might get beaten that, but just the whole idea of going to St James's Park, meeting up with your mates, having a bit of a piss up, having a few bits of food and whatnot, and going to the match and getting behind the lads. Throw your anger out on the players. You don't mean to throw your anger out at them. You just like you've been busy all week and you just want to go and enjoy yourself. And when we get they'll tell you what I mean, everybody knows about stress, don't they? The worst feeling is if you've had like a bad week at work and then you go to the match on the Saturday and you get pummeled like 4-0 at home. You're like, oh, fuck. This week can't get any worse. I've had a few of them. I've had a few.
Yeah, it was pretty much like me in like February when I was having such a horrible week, and then we lost 1-0 to Palace, horrible performance, and of course it was Van Aanholt with the goal.
I tell you what, I beat a few Snowfests in the time as well. Sporting Newcastle, I beat a few Snowfests. Fulham. Oh man, that was the biggest Snowfest I think I'd ever been to.
Brighton twice.
under Ranieri, oh man, it was a nil.
Yeah.
Nothing actually happened. I'm like, what have I actually just paid for you?
I think next season will be back as normal.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a possibility, yeah. I think it will be.
I think by March, to be honest, I think we'll all be back on the ground.
Yeah. I'm just be awesome to get back normal in time for the Euros. So,
I'll just obviously the whole season ticket debacle thing. I'll just pick and choose my games towards the end of the season, see what games I can go to, and then next season will be whether we'll go down or stay up. It doesn't matter. I'll always go and support the team.
Oh yeah, that's the main thing. I think I want to go.
Newcastle could be in League Two against like Fleetwood and whatever. I'll still go and watch.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Leeds fans stuck with their team when they went from Champions League semis to League One. So
like I say, I'd done the boycott last season, not because like Steve Bruce and that, it was all down to what happened with the board. I thought a year's boycott, not give them any money, 600 quid for them not to have. I thought of the season after, I'll go back regardless. But obviously this season again, I can't even do anything. Like I'm trapped. We can't go any game.
Some more away games as well.
That's what I'm saying. Like we me and you, Peter, went to one. It was good.
Yeah, I'd love to come on one with you guys.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like because that's what I'm saying. Everyone in the group's more. I go on the coach, not me. But if I couldn't go on the coach, if I can get somewhere cheaper, like a train or a bus, I'll just get a bus. It doesn't bother me. I'll even if I have to go to Burnley away, I'll even walk. I'll self 3 days later.
Lewis says, when I used to go to the match, have a drink and have a good laugh, and everything else that's part of the match day experience, I used to take it for granted. No, I will not ever do that again. Well,
that's it. Yeah.
Hopefully, I'll come back through.
I don't think I ever did. I just made the most of the day. To be honest, the day takes you where it takes you.
Yeah, it was kind of like that for me. But one thing I'll try not to take for. I mean, one thing I probably miss is even getting asked to show your ticket to Gated. Even though you kind of get in through the turnstiles without one. Like this is obviously. The best one at Gated, right, is when you actually go buy a ticket. So you go up the steps and then you're just about ready to go and take a seat. And they're like, you got a ticket? I'm like, I've just bought one downstairs. Like, why are you actually checking? Like, surely that's what they're there for. The annoying part was, I think every time this happened, the Gators didn't lose many home games last year, but every time it did happen to us, they lost.
The thing is, though, right, when it came to like the games, like even like the season before last, like I just the day takes you where it takes you. Like you know what I mean. I just enjoy the worst one is like when you go to the games and it's like the day's been all right and then you lose, then you go back home and you're just miserable. It's like
Aye.
Yeah. Liam, look what Hereford fans had to go through.
Yep. They were in League One, League Two last time. I used to watch them.
Yeah.
Football can change very quickly.
Yes.
Look at Wigan and their problems.
By the way, Charlotte, you mentioned walking to Burnley's ground earlier.
Yes.
According to Google Maps, it takes 1 day and 9 hours. So that's 33 hours.
That's why I said I leave 3 days beforehand, so it gives us a bit of time to get down there. You know, a few breaks, tent. You know, I might even have to sleep on the floor somewhere. Just sleep in the middle of a farm field. I don't know, but you know, we'll get there.
Aye.
Lewis says, I don't.
You do know Lawrence. I walk.
I know.
I know.
If I can walk the time out of Blythe, I can do it. Anyway.
Lewis says, I don't understand why the turnstiles at Newcastle are so small in my stand. Had to squeeze against each other to get through.
I've seen a photo of that recently.
Old-fashioned, though.
I've not really had what do you call it, issues with getting through turnstiles.
That's why they kind of open. They've got like a big door. That's why they just let you in. If you show your thing, they let you in.
It's an interesting one. Liam says, thoughts on the Metro when you go to watch Gated, if you're on about the Metro system.
I quite like it. To be fair, I quite like the journey over to Gated. When I get on, like especially when I go from Monument to Gated, just going over the bridge. It's good.
Yeah, it is good when you go over the bridge.
Yeah.
To be fair, I used to go and watch Gated by myself, and I probably still do most of the time on a Tuesday night. Like, no one would really go. I'd go and watch it, me. Something to do.
Yeah.
The only thing is, those Metro trains are so old, aren't they?
Well, they're running on 1980s engines, aren't they?
Exactly.
40 years worth of Metro. I mean, let's be fair, the new ones are going to come out in the next 2-3 years, something like that, 4 years. Yeah. So they're going to be good. Hopefully, they actually make it around the corner without stopping.
Aye.
Yeah.
That's it.
No. Customer announcement. There's been a leak on the track, so all the metros must stop.
Aye.
See, that's what is it low rail adhesion? That's what you seem to hear on the metro these days. So, the metro system will never change. But actually, talking of that, Lawrence, the women's game on the 20th of December. We'll talk about that as well.
Because I fancy if we can get there from Wheat Chief, potentially see if they've got any Christmas specials on that I might try.
Yeah, they always do Christmas specials. I was going to say, I need a Wheat Chief before to see the new year in.
If we go to tier 2, because if we're still in tier 3.
Honestly, do you know what? And I said I was confident. I'm actually confident on the 16th of December, we're all going to get thrown into tier 2, and then we'll be a little bit more happier, I would say.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I think it's a daft. I think anyway that they know for a fact that even their own party are against the old tier thing. I think Boris kind of regrets it, but he knows he's got to go off the advice he's given. But I think on the 16th, when they review it, they'll put it all in tier 2.
Hopefully, we'll just
I think the only people in the Northeast that won't be happy with it are the Chronicle.
I'll forget about Sunderland because they're still in tier 3. Sorry, lads. Now I know how they feel about tier 3. I mean, come on. Who's Sunderland got tomorrow anyway? I'm sure they've got a game. Wigan. Oh, do you know what it is? I know we just say Sunderland will lose, but I think they'll beat Wigan because then they're not in a good bit of form.
Oh, it looks like Lee Johnson will be the manager.
Who? Have they got a manager?
Well, Lee Johnson's getting talked about.
What's he going there for? But he's too good for that. He's a championship manager. What's he doing in there? Don't ruin your CV.
Exactly.
Wait, actually, let's be fair. You didn't get Bristol City promoted, so you got sacked. So your CV is pretty much ruined anyway. So it kind of makes sense.
I think I said because I had a comment earlier, and he said, "Well, you never know."
I'm not saying he's not going to. If he goes, I'm not saying he's going to do a bad job. He could. They need a manager that's going to steady the ship. That's going to get them to where they are. But I'm sorry, but any manager that walks in there, they're on a hiding to nothing. If Phil Parkinson can't do it, and he's probably the most experienced manager at that level, if he can't do it, then who else can?
Leave says,
Barney the dinosaur probably can't even do the job.
Leave says, why don't Gateshead build a football as their stadium isn't a football stadium very similar with West Ham's? Well, yeah, that's the thing. But
actually they don't own it, but they've got a 10-year lease on it. They've just signed a new deal with it. So to be fair, we're all used to it. Yes, we'd love to see Gateshead maybe have the new stadium, which was meant to be near the Red Hoop Bridge. Was that right? Not far away. But anyway, I just think we're all used to it. Plus, anyway, any revenue that goes into that stadium, they're kind of making money anyway because people have to do Olympics or if there's any events on or the college. So if any Gateshead still making money.
Yeah. Well, we've got I'm going to read one more comment before we get another guest into the stream. So Lewis says, PD Proudlock, are you drinking beer? In my opinion, it tastes like froth. No, it's not beer, actually. I'm having some whiskey and some ginger ale.
Sounds nice, mate. It'll keep you going tonight. I mean, that'll keep you awake for how long? Another 3-4 hours at least?
Your granddad used to drink this a lot. And I'm thinking, why have I not tried this a lot sooner? Because it is really nice. Well, we're going to get our next guest into the live stream, and he is another YouTuber as well. It is Jay. Here he is, Retro NUSC on YouTube. Thank you for coming in, man. How are you doing?
Very good.
How are we doing now? I'm a repeater, mate. There's a bit tired from the day, but I'm getting there.
What you been up to?
Work.
Oh.
It's a busy life, isn't it? It's a hard life.
I know, I'm not. I've been waiting since the other day. Shattered.
Tell you what, me eyes looking at Peter's Newcastle, but that's a bit luminous, huh?
What the?
Is it me, Lawrence? Is that luminous to you? That's quite luminous.
Yeah. It'll be better if it was white, United.
Sorry, Jay.
The matter gets new glasses to say the bars it must be too bright for you.
Well, that just goes to prove my glasses are working.
Yes, they are working. Especially
they've had a good clean today anyway. So
a good polish.
Yes, Jay, good to see you, man.
He's drinking. He's drinking. He's showing his card.
Yes, how you feeling? There's no Toon game on. tonight.
I'm
Because
good.
But do you think it was the right thing to call the game off?
No, it was the right thing to do where the players going, ill at the minute.
Actually, Jay, why are you disappointed that the game was that the game couldn't go ahead? You do know by calling this game off, it saved us disappointment this weekend in case we got beat. Imagine how frustrated we'd be. At least we can go to a weekend not so frustrated. And we've got a game in hand. So there you go. Positives.
It's true, innit?
I think for me it was the right decision. It's health and safety at the end of the day. You can't afford to be playing games when you've got this around. I mean, what happened with the Project Restart? This is why, because players were testing for this, players were testing for that. They were mixing and touching each other and whatnot, hugging each other, and it's just not. I mean, good for us that the Crystal Palace players didn't catch it and they were all tested fine, but we got very lucky because that could have caught them.
That could have caught them bad, lads. Could have caught them bad.
Anyway, we've got a week's break, so I think actually, if anything, we've had
2 weeks in it.
14 days worth of no football, 15 days. So for me, I'm sorry to say, but there's no excuse against West Bromwich Albion next week. There really isn't. And if we lose to West Bromwich Albion, there's going to be absolute hell on again. I'm sorry, we can't. If we lose to West Bromwich Albion, what do the fans are going to be like? Not happy.
They'll be absolutely
If we lose at home at West Bromwich Albion, we will get the piss ripped out of us by all Premier League fans.
He's got the jungle on. What, Peter?
Peter, how would you feel if we got beat off home at West Brom? Do you think we'll get the piss ripped? I think we'll pretty much would.
Yeah.
But would I?
Lawrence gone. He's in. Net's been playing up a bit. To be fair, he's been a bit laggy.
He's back in again now.
I think net disconnected by sorted out.
Are you on dial-up? I'm only joking. I'm only joking.
It says this is what Friday nights are made of. Watch.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's why I did a stream earlier on because I had to get in early just to get it done.
Exactly. I'm watching the lads talking NFC. Exactly.
By the way, apologies if I didn't get any of it tonight. It was more Q&A just to get people to answer questions.
Man, sorry, don't apologise, man. It's your live. Don't apologise to me because I'm a Newcastle fan and I love it.
Well, you don't mind me just stepping away from football at the moment, but the winner of I'm a Celeb has now been official.
Jordan, yay! Woohoo!
It's not Jordan.
Oh, I was crying. I'm going to cry. It was a hot woman. For big Giovanna
has won I'm a Celebrity 2020.
Congratulations.
Called Boris Johnson.
Are you not a fan of it, Sharty?
I'm not a fan of it. I am a fan of it, but I just haven't watched any of it this year. I'm not bothered personally.
I watched it, but it was a bit boring just for me. Like for me, it was just like it was weird because they couldn't even see the celebrities who went out come in the studio with them. That was.
I'm all for it in Wales and that, but just for me this year, I had no motivation to watch it.
It's not really the same, but you can understand why.
No, it's not. It's not even the fact it's in Wales. I'm sure it was good, but with what's been going on this year and for everything that's been scheduled, I've just never really took notice of it this year. I'm not really. Not bothered. Do you know when when you watch Steve McLaren football and you're just not interested?
No, it's called watching Steve Bruce football.com.
That's even. I don't know what's worse, Steve McLaren or Steve Bruce football. I'm trying to figure out which one's worse.
Put it out there. It's out there. Steve Bruce football.
1 second, lads.
So just to reconfirm, as I mentioned, going away from football, the winner of I'm a Celebrity 2020 is Giovanna.
Really proud of.
Yeah, Jordan came second.
It's a weird one, life tonight, but I'm glad someone knew. No more Skybox for another year. It's got to be.
Hello, everyone. How is everybody? And how do you think the game will go ahead?
Next Saturday, he's talking about.
I think it will go next Saturday.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
We need to play.
We need to play though, because at the end of the day, we don't want a big fixture backlog, especially towards the end of March, because they're going to have to fit fixtures in anyway. Because actually, I've just looked at the fixtures towards the end of the season, even in April and May time, even March time, we've got games like Saturday, Tuesday, because the Euros are coming up.
Yeah, and I know we've got Man City in a midweek in May.
Honestly, do you know what? Apart from the League Cup, even the FA Cup, I think we've got a chance of beating Arsenal. But if we went out, I wouldn't be bothered. I just think getting this season for me, it's getting this season over and done with. Stay in the Premier League and then look to next season and build. And hopefully, we've got a new manager by then.
Yeah, and enjoying the Euros.
Callum Wilson for me does not deserve Steve Bruce. Simple as that.
Aye.
Yeah, that's the thing.
By the way, a little in your stream, a little word on Wilson. I think he's been absolutely fantastic.
Oh, he has.
He's absolutely 7 goals and 9 appearances. And if it wasn't for him being out against Chelsea in Southwell, he obviously limped off against Southampton. But for me, I think if he was fully fit in that game, he scores. Chelsea, I think he scores. He's a natural finisher.
He's
better than no brother had, but been good.
I think he's going to be lethal towards the end of the season. We're going to have to keep him fit because if he gets injured, we are snookered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a signing from Bournemouth. What a signing.
What top you wearing tonight, Jay? Which one you got on?
It's a training top I had many times, but it's a bit blank. It's
I think
blank.
it was 16, 17, it looks like, from...
It's called Bruce Blank, and it's called Newcastle Forever.
You can't go wrong with the training gear, actually. So I mean, I'm not going to get... I was going to get the training gear this year, but I pulled out because we're getting a new manufacturer next season, so pointless.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
I'm not important
it's pointless giving Puma any more money. I'd rather just keep this and that's it. And then next season we'll get something different.
Yeah, I'm not important to who is it called again?
I mean, don't get us wrong. I've got nothing against the training gear this year, but finding out we could be getting a new manufacturer, what's the point?
Yeah,
it'll be out of date by the time the summer comes. Whereas, like the longer we keep this potential new one coming in, that'll be even if you buy the training gear for next year, it's going to be in date for 5 years. It doesn't matter how much of it comes out; it's all in date.
Yeah, true.
Right.
I really play much because I bought the last season's away shirt and home shirt this year.
The green one?
What really? That's last season's home shirt and away shirt.
Ooh.
I thought I'd been buying. Really.
Oh, last season's home shirt was grim.
The worst
that was absolutely grim. I'm sorry, it was one of the worst home shirts I think I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember? What did I call it? I called it. Was it the Monsters Inc?
Yeah, was it?
The Monsters Inc.
Because it was all in the middle. Like look at you. That what's his name? Mike from. Everything was like eyes, but big eye in the middle. It was honestly like how centralized was everything? Like I don't know. I just think the top was completely ruined, and they started saying, "Oh, it was definitely like the 1969 Cup win." I'm like, "Oh, shit."
It wasn't.
No.
Honestly, the first word that came into my when I seen the video for that last year, the first word I used was bollocks.
Biolix. It's called Biolix. Okay, Biolix.
I like Puma, but I can't wait to get rid of them. I think we're finished.
I think we need.
Sorry to say, Peter. I like the colour of your weight top. It's just the colour for me just doesn't do it.
You said it was the yellow.
Next year. New sponsor. Tenants.
I wasn't going to get the yellow one because that looked horrible.
Well, to be fair, it's always the grim tops that seem to give a good look, especially on the run.
Because they call it a fizzy yellow. You may as well get a T-shirt, get some yellow fizzy pop, and just pour all that over it. or just get. Or it's very easy. Get a white top, get a bit of Tipex, and just keep drawing down like that, and simple works. Lewis says, "Do you think having a bacon sarnie is good for while watching Match of the Day? Why not? Can I go wrong with a bacon sarnie anytime, man?
If I watch Match of the Day and if I'm eating sweets and chocolate and eating Doritos and whatnot, I'm sure that's acceptable.
Yeah.
No. It's got to be bacon sandwich, right? Only. No Doritos.
Well, actually, Match of the Day starts at like 10:30, so I'm kind of thinking ahead of myself. Thinking, well, it's got to be sweets, hasn't it? It's got to be something you can munch on.
Yeah,
usually I'd have had a pizza before then.
Or even a pizza. Oh, Lawrence, stop. Don't talk about pizza.
Lawrence, don't talk about food, please. I'm thinking about food. I had no food the other day, anyway.
Well, you've been stuffing your face, Jay.
Yeah.
You what, mate?
You've been stuffing your face the day, Jay.
I had tonight a nice Chinese, a pot noodle, some nice
you had a Chinese and a pot noodle. Wow. Fair play.
For pudding, I had
Pudding.
double decker ice cream with apple pie. For pudding.
Yeah, you're definitely done for the night, you mate.
I'm done with it. I'm done
Back
with it.
back on the porridge 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna eat
Porridge. I like a bit of porridge.
I don't make porridge, to be fair. I'm not really a morning person, but I'm going to have to stop being after the new year. Stop being a morning person again.
Yeah.
I am not a morning person, but I'm going to have to be after the new year. I promise myself I'm going to get into a morning routine every day. So
no more porridge, no more Doritos, no more sweeties, no more cans of pop.
Oh no, they're still there, but I'm just I'm not. No.
Getting a can of pop, yeah, I would.
No, but like I say, just on the game, like I say, on that game tonight, I'm kind of glad it didn't go ahead. Also, I could make up a Steve Bruce. I could make up a Steve Bruce excuse if you want. Two excuses.
What's the betting is it?
He's going back to his former club. He could have been hit by a cabbage. And secondly, the reason why I'm glad the game didn't go ahead because it was raining. The players might have been affected.
That
brings back memories when we're due against Villa's worst ever Premier League side, and Steve McCarron blamed the puddles.
I was there. I was there for that one. That was a horrendous game. That Colaccini scored, didn't he?
Yeah.
Colaccini.
Deontay Young missed a sinner.
Did you watch that game, Peter? Villa 1-1. Oh man, that was.
I think it was a great goal, but was it by John Ayer who scored that great goal?
It should have been blocked though. I'm sorry, but that's got to be defended better.
It was a great
I
goal.
remember Dummett and Toban were shocking.
Can I be rude and just say? Can I just say this? I was actually sitting in the East Stand at the time. It was a scruffy game. It really was. It was a scruffy. You could tell there were two sides begging to go down. They had Remy Gard as well, who apparently we were going to go in for. I mean, I'm so glad we didn't. I mean, he's awful.
Who was this?
Remy Gard. Remember Remy Gard?
Oh, well, yes, we were.
Big Gob. Gabby Bonhole come out and said what was along the lines of, he's one of the worst managers I've worked with. Mick, you're the one who's bigging up Steve Bruce, you idiot.
Oh, what have you won? Nothing.
Oh, I can't stand him. He was spouting his gob off on TalkSport last week about Newcastle, saying we're basically ungrateful little so-and-sos, and Steve Bruce is the best manager since sliced bread. I'm like, no, he's not. Steve Bruce plays. If Newcastle play fought the back, we're going to get slapped like 4 or 5-0 every single game. I'm like, where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that talk from?
Fight the back, we're getting slapped anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Like the thing is, how you notice we play fought the back, but actually looked hard to break down against Crystal Palace. Funny enough,
we did. We beat them 2-0.
I just don't understand these pundits. I really, really don't. And I mean, who else come out and said something last week? Oh yeah, Danny Murphy. Oh, Steve Bruce. Oh, it's like why? Do you not watch? You don't watch us every week. You've watched another one. I'm sorry. You've watched one game a match of the day, mate, in probably 1 month. Like, come on.
Right.
Steve Bruce, Steve Bruce. Bit with donkey, yeah. Bit with fathead.
Is anybody going any non-league tomorrow? Are you going to go to Blue Star tomorrow, Peter?
I'm looking at Percy Mean against.
Hey, Lawrence, you come and join me for Newcastle Blue Star tomorrow?
You're watching Percy
come and join me for Blue Star tomorrow. They want some fans in. They want some fans in tomorrow.
Are they?
I'll think about it because actually Blue Star will be a new ground for us. The thing is that if you go on their Twitter, they want fans to go tomorrow. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to go. So if anybody wants to tag along, you're more than welcome. Yeah.
I can't. I'm visit more. There's Buddy House. What's he doing?
I'll think about it. Either there or Percy Main.
Oh, just let one on the group chat. You know what to do. But
if it's Percy Main, I will update you on the game, how it's going.
Who are they playing?
Alnwick Town.
Wait.
I think it's Alnwick.
There, man. We have it.
Lawrence, what league are they in?
I'll Percy Main. I'll have.
Don't they play Newcastle one day?
I'm not Brennan's League, are they? Not in Brennan's League. No, they're Arsenal.
Cheers.
Do you know what would be the best derby?
Yeah.
Percy Main versus Meadowell.
I can't stand
Can you imagine?
Sorry, imagine Benton versus Black Swans. Imagine that derby.
Is that a bit of a derby?
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Who gets Blythe Bedlington?
Blythe Benton Ashton.
But would it be? But would it be rough though? Like, would the fans be on each other's faces, or would it just be like a friendly derby, so to speak?
Like a funny derby, like Asher one's the rough one.
Yeah,
I've never understood gates. I've never understood the Blythe gates at derby, mate.
Yeah. Gates and Blythe, there is a rivalry. But
I don't get it though, because they're nowhere near each other.
Well, to be honest, it would be a rivalry in like the Northern League, but you know they're playing in the. But I think they found themselves playing each other in like the Northern Premier League and became rivals.
Gates had nearly been Newcastle's first team actually in 2015 under Steve McLaren when he got beat.
Oh yeah. Premier had one of his nightmare games.
Sorry, Lawrence. Retro.
I went to Yorkshire with a Benton lot.
Oh, I remember you did.
I got absolutely hammered, pissed, drunk.
I'm going to read this from Lewis.
Yeah.
I can't stand watching Tim Pop clubs. Yes, it's good supporting your local area, but it's too much for me. Like, honestly, I've been watching non-leagues. Great.
People missed it. People are so fixed in all this like top flight football. I'm glad Newcastle are obviously in the Premier League, but for me, football starts down at the bottom. And football, you know, if it wasn't for grassroots, football wouldn't be where it is today. Thing is, do you think that Man United were just thrown into the Premier League at the top division? No, that they work their way up. Every club has to work their way up.
Nah.
No club is ever just thrown into the top flight. You've got to work your way from like the very bottom of English football. You've got to get yourself up.
Manchester City 22 years ago were playing in
third division
in like the third tier, and Stockport County were once better than Manchester City.
That's what I'm saying. Like football can change. For me, I enjoy watching non-league football. I think it's great. Like you go to Gateshead, for example, right? You've got Children of the Night bouncing out on the Tannoy system. The players come out. You've got cheap food. And the food's actually cheap in non-league as well. You got Mike Ashley's prices. You talk about £9 for a bottle of Coke.
It's like
honestly, it sounds over the top. 2 bottles of Coke for Mike Ashley's about £9. You got to the local pound shop. You walk people like off the shop.
I don't usually buy stuff from St James's Park in terms of like food and drink.
Actually, by the way, there was nearly no food left to Blythe because I read out the whole menu. I was going to buy it.
Oh, that was funny. That one. I was going to
Peter. Remember that, Peter? I was going to buy the menu.
Oh,
that was hilarious.
And then it came to me in the queue and she goes, what can I get you? And I goes, can I have a hot chocolate, please? I thought you were going to buy the menu. I goes, how did you hear all that? She goes, it's focused on what you were saying. You told me you were going to buy the chocolate, the crisps, you were going to buy the pop, you were going to buy all the hot drinks. I'm like, I'm not made of money,
So you remember the pub when you had that money when you were that?
Oh yeah, Peter keeps reminding us all about that. Yes.
Oh, funny.
It Blythe at the pub when I started mixing all this stuff.
That's when you got the glass and you poured every sauce in it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that, I don't normally do, and that's a bit daft. But the thing is, that's that's going to football, and I just have a bit of a laugh. Don't a bit of sauce.
It was a laugh. It was funny.
To be fair, it wasn't like I got chased out with Wetherspoons with a spoon. You know what I mean?
Oh, true.
There's alcohol.
I did it at Hexham as well. That was funny.
Looks like something had gone off in there.
It was just
it was in someone's. It was funny, but you know what it is though?
Mustard, mayonnaise, whatever.
No, but to be fair, that's the whole idea of watching football, non-league, meeting up with your mates, having a bit of a laugh. You know what I mean? That's it. Enjoy the day.
Yeah.
I love Blythe, mate. Actually from Blythe.
To be fair though, I will be going back to Blythe. I will be back in the area, so definitely after the new year, I'll be up there. So don't you worry about that.
I'll be there as well when you meet again.
Oh yeah, non-league for me. Non-league is definitely going to happen next year. It's happening.
Because I can.
Definitely, yeah.
I can just.
By the way, the one I might even watch the under 23s. I know we're pretty bad at the minute, but I'll still watch the under 23s. Whitley Park and St James's.
Yeah.
See, even that, no one's really spoken about the under 23s. I just think I know we're doing pretty bad this season, but would you go back to watch the remainder game?
Yeah, definitely. Whitley Park. I mean, it's good chatting with you guys. Behind the goal.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, is that with a bloke behind that goal as well? Oh, Archer nearly got kicked out, and so did Dean. I remember that.
What happened?
Archer and David.
What happened?
When was this?
Oh, well, to be fair, he got kicked out myself just for recording.
What's that like?
All the security threatened to kick us out. He goes, by the way, if this gets found out by the club, we're going to temporarily suspend you from the under-23 games. Like you, but he can't, because for one, I'm actually not recording the players, and second, even if I did, there's my channel there. Like I'm not recording it for any other purpose. So what's the problem? He just gives us hacky looks because he knows he can't do anything. Basically, if you don't speak your mind to them, then basically they're just going to tell you what to do, and they can't. By the way, by the way, I'm actually paying his wage by paying £3 to get him. I'm paying his wage, so
I'll pay a pound.
Just a couple of questions. Mark Carden says, "Great show, lads. Thank you very much."
Do you know that lad from the women's game? That's him.
Yes.
Nice lad.
My best.
Big up to Mark. Big up to Mark.
Good mate of mine. Good mate of mine, lad. He's a good mate.
It says, when I used to go to the match at half time, I got a burger and a hot dog, and it came to a £10. Absolute joke. Says it all, really. When you buy,
I won't buy anything in that ground. I won't buy anything.
I want to go to the pub, and that's it.
Honestly, you know what? I'd rather survive like a famine in that ground than go back out and buy something outside, because I'm not paying £5 for a squash burger. That's probably been like overcooked. And the thing is, you're going for a pint in the pint like £5-6. It's ridiculous.
Go to Greg.
But when you get it at half time, you've got to drink it pretty quickly as well.
You do know people buy bottles of pop. You just stuff it in your thing and go straight in.
Go to Greg's. That's where.
You do know there's a thing called the quid shop, like literally not far from St James's. Stock up on sweets and just put them in your socks or something. The thing is, I mean, everyone's done that. Everyone's brought pop and sweets into St James's Park and not paid their price. It's ridiculous. Exactly. I'm sorry. What, Peter? No, they can't. No, they can't. I mean, the thing is, I've seen. I used to work there myself, right? And I've seen like they were selling like the quid packet of sweets that you can get, like say for example M&Ms or like top Roundtree jellies or whatever, right? They're selling them for like £3. I'm like, are you joking? You can go to the shop and get that for £1. Are you joking me? Absolute joke. It's an absolute stinking joke in that place. I mean, they're selling like hot dogs and that for like £4.50. I'm like, are you actually taking the mick? £4.50 for a hot dog? It's a joke.
I remember the True Geordie had a roundabout when he did the match vlog for Southampton game 7 years ago. It's like,
he was like,
it's like
2 pints for £12.50.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? You know what? They're charging you for a mince pie, right? A mince pie that you can get from Greg's for like what, £1.40. It's by the way, it's a big pie from Greg's. You can get 2 of them or 3 of them for the price that you pay for one. It's in James's Park. Like, isn't a pie like £4.80 or something? It's an absolute joke. The drinks, I mean, the whole thing, it's a joke. I mean, it's probably to be fair, it's probably not down to Mike Ashley. It's probably down to Sodexo or the company. But there you go. I'm calling them out.
It's like when I got like, but then I get like just for like £1.50.
Oh, honestly, you know what? The best place to get your burgers, right? And I'll say it right now, and I'll actually pay it. And it's a big burger. Gateshead, half time. Get yourself a Gateshead for a burger. Oh my god! Get yourself a Gateshead.
Sorry, what more food for? What's my food for? What's my food?
You brought it up. You said you had Chinese in that.
Chinese. At the time, I had a.
Oh, but okay. We're comparing like basically leagues. Like if you're in the Premier League, you're going to be paying £70 for a meal for one, and then if you're in the non-league, you're going to pay for like a couple of quid for a meal for one. So there's a difference.
There you go.
I could draw comparisons straight away, and that's why more people go and watch Gateshead than what they would do Newcastle, because the prices are just ridiculous. And by the way, for £30, right, you can actually like have food and watch a game. Or actually, 2 people could watch Gateshead for the £30 Newcastle ticket, and you could get a better result and better goals. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching Gateshead, to be honest, because that's one. I mean, as much as I missed watching Newcastle, and I can't wait to get back in. Is going to the International Stadium as well, and just seeing the tannoy blasting out and go and watch Gateshead. I mean, I think they're going to. I think they'll definitely get promoted at the end of the season. I think.
Hopefully they will. Fingers crossed they will.
And Blythe, they'll struggle.
Hopefully.
Blythe are really struggling.
It's been a mad day in the office.
Yeah, I will be for you, but tomorrow's a new day. That's what they say.
Tomorrow is a day of doing absolutely jack. No.
Well, to be fair, I was planning on going to watch some football tomorrow, but watching football on the TV. But I might actually just get out for some fresh air because that's what I need. So tomorrow, I think I'll just go out and watch some football. And plus, I've missed football in general. Like just going out. It's been a month since I watched a football game.
Yeah,
I've missed buddy Brighton. I can't go back to watch anymore now. Brighton now. I'm a scan. I kind of go.
They'll be back by the time New Year comes. They'll all be back.
Because I know the manager, Dave. He was saying that he's fed up.
I just think when you play at grassroots, it is hard though because like you're relying so much on the fans to go in, like not necessarily government money.
Okay.
You know how many goals in a game? Not even 200. It's like
Actually,
100.
One thing we haven't spoken about, Peter, is the loan from the Premier League to the EFL clubs.
Oh, that's a good thing. Yes,
Yeah.
helps these clubs out who are really struggling financially.
Well, that's quite nice doing that, actually.
They have to, and plus, by the way, if you're like a club, like say in the Championship, if you get promoted, that means nothing because you can just pay it back anyway. So if you're a club like say for example, you're Bournemouth, right? It's fine because once you get promoted back to the Premier League, the money that's going to come your way is ridiculous. Just for getting promoted.
Exactly.
You just give that money straight back to the Premier League, and you won't have to worry about the debt. The only clubs I kind of worry for is clubs like Wickham and Sheffield Wednesday and whatnot because but obviously don't get us wrong, it's going to give them a breather, but down the line they're not really going to be able to spend because they're in debt.
It's like League One clubs, like got like League Two clubs as well. They're struggling quite bad as well.
Well, I think Fleetwood, one of the clubs who actually was going to go bust if it wasn't for that. Even though their owner's quite wealthy, but that it's not down to the fact he's wealthy, but you need fans through the door. Though. In League One, you need fans through that door. Otherwise,
I think what would have helped them would have been getting on Sky when they played Everton in the Cup this season.
Yeah, true, but it's at the same time though. Like I can't believe like League One and League Two clubs have actually survived this.
Aye,
even non-league. I'm actually amazed.
Yeah.
Sunderland, even then, because Sunderland, you got to remember, they're like a 49. That's a big stadium in the third division. It shouldn't be there.
I mean,
you know what I mean? It's like Dalton. Remember Dalton when they went bust? That 25,000 capacity stadium, too big.
Yeah,
it's true. Very true indeed.
But at least Sunderland built their stadium, had like their 49,000 stadium when they were like Premier League, Championship, but. Whereas Darlington, that just did it in like League Two.
People ask obviously about Gateshead, how Gateshead survived and whatnot because of the stadium. Gateshead don't own it. That's the thing. It's a council. So that's why Gateshead survived. But there's a couple of clubs I think went well. One go bust. Was it Macclesfield? But they were pretty. To be honest, I think Macclesfield were gone before the pandemic. To be honest,
it's been
horrible. Could say so.
Every club is it's been very difficult.
Oh, Jay, you haven't done your predictions for Jay, Peter, for your Premier League predictions?
Oh, yes. It's our game's not on, but we'll get your predictions. So I'll run through the Saturday's games for you.
Oh, well.
So the early game on Saturday is Burnley against Everton.
Ooh, I'm going to say Everton 3-1.
You go back.
Oh, am I the only one going for a Burnley win? I mean, at least I'm confident.
Yeah,
I'm going to post my predictions in our group chat now.
Lawrence, please just go for a Burnley win. Help.
Next team.
Next game is Man City against Fulham.
Oh, I'm going to say Man City 5-0.
5-0.
I've got 4. Like you're more confident than me.
That's a possibility. Next game after that, West Ham against Man United.
West Ham 1-0.
Oh, that's
to be fair though, Peter, I've gone for a draw, like playing to the side, but West Ham could win that, could.
The
last game of the Saturday is Chelsea v Leeds.
Oh, I'm going to say Chelsea 2-0 to Chelsea because of good side.
I think Chelsea will be favourites, but if Leeds can turn up and put a performance,
what's the odds on Leeds winning 1-0?
Have a look.
Sunday, Peter. Sunday's game?
Yeah, under the Sunday's game. So the early kickoff in that game is West Brom against Crystal Palace.
Oh, I'm going to say West Brom 1-0.
You got the same as me. And I went 2-1 actually. 1-2 West Brom.
Okay. The next game after that is Sheffield United against Leicester City.
Oh, I'm going to say 1-1 draw for that game.
Okay.
give him a draw because you know what else is like.
Interesting. And after that, we've got the North London derby, Spurs against Arsenal.
I have a confession. I hate Tottenham. I'm going to say Arsenal 2-1 Arsenal.
Oh, you're back the Gunners to get the win, to get a bit of...
An Arsenal fan.
Yeah, Pierre, what's going on? You know we back the Gunners anyway. What's going on?
Well, honestly, because I think the way Spurs have been playing and Arsenal are really struggling in the Premier League.
Well, if they play the dinosaur at the back, then they shouldn't have a problem.
What's it called? Jumping Pod?
Who's the
good. If they play Gunnosaurus at the back, they've got a chance.
Is that the new? Is that their goalkeeper they've got?
What, Gunnosaurus?
No, you're on about.
Any more games?
Who are you on about there, Shoggy?
Oh no! Sorry, I'm on about Arsenal. You know Gunnosaurus, the mascot.
Oh, the mascot.
If they play Gunnosaurus at the back, they've got a chance of maybe he's actually getting something against Spurs. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to stay 2-2.
He can't be much worse than what they've got.
Remember Mertesacker? Do you remember a player called Mertesacker?
Oh yes, he was dreadful.
Okay, the final game on Sunday is Liverpool against Wolves.
Ooh, I hate Liverpool because of the Scousers.
That's a bit rife.
And I'm going to say 1-0 to Wolves.
You're back at Wolves? Wow.
To be fair, I can see where he's coming from because they did actually beat. Who did they beat last? They beat someone big. Arsenal. They beat Arsenal and Raul Jimenez was out for a lot of that game. To be fair, Raul Jimenez their confidence could have been shot, and they actually went and beat Arsenal quite convincingly. So I can see where he's coming from. It could happen.
I don't know at all.
Yeah.
I'm just going to read
go to Super Six to submit my predictions.
Yeah.
We've got a game on Monday as well, haven't we?
Oh yes, we have the game on Monday, and that's Brighton against Southampton.
Ooh, Southampton 2-0.
I've got one. We're all going to Southampton wins.
My predictions are posted in the group chat.
Come on, son.
I'm going to read Mark's comment out for what he's gone for his predictions for Saturday's games as well.
Yeah.
So he's gone Burnley against Everton is going to be a 1-1 draw.
Do you know what? It is, right? We've all gone for different wins for them. That could actually happen. You know that game could actually finish a draw.
Man City Fulham, he's gone for 3-0 Man City. For West Ham and United, he's gone 2-1 at West Ham United.
That's what I'm saying. West Ham have got a chance, but I'm going for a draw.
And he's got Chelsea to beat Leeds by a 0-0. What are you going for the Sunday games and the Monday game?
To be fair, though, Leeds are not going to make it. Leeds do not make it easy for anyone. And by the way, in a couple of weeks' time, we've got to play them, so we'll know exactly how far we've come and how far they've come in terms of seasons.
Well,
by the way, is it Ellen Road?
Yeah, it's Ellen Road.
I am not looking forward to that game, so I will put that out there.
Yeah. I think that. By the way, sorry, but I'm not going to go for a Burnley win. I went for 2-1 to Everton in that game.
Right, get out.
He knows the team. He knows the team. Blue.
To be fair, do you know what? You'll all be getting pies in your faces when Burnley win 1-0 or 2-1. You watch.
Not me.
I'll be reminding you all tomorrow.
Sorry.
No. I always go for the. Sorry, Jay.
I might have my face any day, mate. Of you, any day.
I always go. To be fair, I always go for the unfancied sides. Something seems to happen. If anyone's put a bet on the games this weekend, I reckon there's one game that could scup at pretty much everyone's bets. Did I tell you which game it is?
Awesome.
And for me, not. Well, you could say that one. It's not for me. I think, in my opinion, it's Sheffield United versus Leicester. Everyone's going to go for Leicester wins, and then all of a sudden Leicester are going to bollocks it up.
Oh God, that's the name one.
I think it could be Sheffield United versus Leicester. And to be fair, is this Sheffield United the only side that haven't won yet?
Yeah, Sheffield.
They need a win. They need a win.
Question, Charlie. He'll be the first man to get sacked in the Premier League.
Who'll be the first manager to get sacked?
Yes.
Fingers crossed. All right, fingers crossed. It's Steve Bruce.
Second choice manager getting sacked.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Number 2, number 3.
Oof.
No.
Do you know what it is? And I quite like him, Chris Wilder. You have to go on current form. I think Sheffield United. I think they'll panic if they get a January and they still have won a game. They'll panic.
Yeah.
Lawrence? Call Lawrence.
Although,
Lawrence, you
Lawrence.
Lawrence,
although
you
kind of,
goes.
although,
Lawrence is asking you. Lawrence is asking you the same question.
yeah. I'm just thinking. Right. My prediction: Ollie and Solskjaer.
Right.
Second, Pardew.
Second, Mr. Pardew.
Ooh, man. Right, let's have a look.
Lawrence, come on, just say Steve Bruce. I know you want to say it. Come on, just say it. Stay Steve Bruce. Come on.
I wish
come
I
on,
could,
Lawrence.
but
Lawrence, what's out there today? Come on, Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce.
Right, I'll go Steve Bruce.
No. I'm only kidding. You go for your second choice.
Yeah, that's all right.
Second choice, I'll go for Bilic.
I think you'll stay.
No choice.
Your choice, though.
Wilder. But that's just a guess. I'm probably going to be absolutely completely wrong.
Are we on about managers who are going to get the sack?
So like order of three. Your first one, then your second one, then your third one. Who will go first? I've got Steve Bruce. I can't stand the bloke. Honestly, can't.
You know why, sorry? Because he could eat too much cabbages.
Kebab. Do you mean kebab?
Oh, no, kebab. Lovely garlic sauce.
I think it's for me. My orders, if you haven't seen Peter, it'll be Steve Bruce first. Second, it'll be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and third, I'm going to go for Chris Wilder. I just think they're going to press the destruct button eventually. Sheffield United, they'll panic.
You know what? I'm going to say Peter.
What do you think, Peter?
For me, I'm really under pressure. Tell you what, if they don't stop picking up, I think Arteta could be under pressure.
I don't think he will be, though. I think because he won the FA Cup, I think his job's safe.
Well, depends, but they're really struggling in the Premier League at the minute.
I think, to be honest, Arsenal panic over nothing, though. I think they will pick it up. They will. The thing is, you got to remember that they are playing games on a Thursday night as well.
I'm just going to read a couple of more comments, and Mark's gone for the score predictions for Sunday, and of course the game on Monday. So he's gone for West Brom and Palace to be a 1-1 draw. He's got Sheffield United and Leicester to finish 2-2. He thinks Spurs will win the North London derby. He thinks Wolves will beat. He thinks Liverpool will beat Wolves 1-0, and he thinks Southampton will get a 1-0 win against Brighton.
I've gone for that one as well, a 1-0 Southampton. I've just got a good feeling they're going to turn up. Ralph Hasenhüttl, I think that's his name. He'll go there and he'll want to win. I don't know, Peter, I don't know if you agree with this, but I think of all the bets, if anyone puts any bets on the Premier League this weekend, if there's one fixture that's going to scup at people's bets, I think it's going to be Sheffield United versus Leicester. Everyone's going to back Leicester, and then Leicester are going to bollocks it up.
Yeah, they will.
Well, we'll wait and see on that one.
Leeds is another one of them. I think Leeds, people say Leeds could do something because Leeds are looking dangerous this season. By the way, I look at that. The Rafinha, he scored the other weekend. He's got good pace. By the way, his form looks sick.
Aye, because I'm sure he scored against his own foot earlier this week.
Yeah.
Mama,
I'll say a comment.
Says, you bothered about the FA Cup, or do you rather focus on the League Cup? You want to have
at this point in time, League Cup, but let's see what happens against Brentford.
That's what I'm saying, because I still think against Arsenal we've still got a chance at the end of the day, right? Or both. No, honestly, I do. Like, hear us out, right? I just think both clubs have got a lot of games to play, and even if Arsenal don't play their stronger side, that gives us a chance. Steve Bruce is a cup manager, and he'll go for it. And at the end of the day, right, the pressure's on Arsenal. So when the pressure's on, we're going into the game with no pressure. So I think we'll play all right. And I think if we can get the game extra time, I think we've got a chance. Yeah. By the way, if you see the likes of if Arsenal are tired, and it depends if they're focused on Europa League as well. If Wilson's playing, he'll be up for that game. He'll be up for that.
He will.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think League Cup we've got to focus on, but I think, like Lauren said, we're quite fortunate in a way actually, because we've got a Brentford. We'll see where we're at for that. We'll play. Let's say we beat Brentford. We should still give the cup a go anyway. So I think we've got to keep our season alive. Regardless, we'll try.
Yeah,
we'll have to.
I think if we beat Brentford, then I'd be more bothered about the League Cup semi-final, because you got to remember also that's only one leg this year.
And by the way, I will mention about Arsenal. We've actually got to play them twice away in the space of 2 weeks.
Aye, but there is Sheffield United in between.
Is it league? Is it league then cup, and then cup then league?
Cup.
I think it's
now
league
cup then league, but we've also got Sheffield United in between that away.
That's what I'm saying. Peter, we've got to play literally Arsenal away at the Emirates twice in the space of 2 weeks. Got to go to the Emirates twice.
Bloody hell. Oh.
And by the way, for both games, they'll have fans. And by then, they could have about 10, 15,000 fans by the time that date hits.
Possibly.
I don't know. I think the FA Cup, yes, it's a horrible tie, but these are the sort of sides of when we fancy ourselves to beat them, we don't win, and then if we don't fancy ourselves to win, we end up getting a result. So, thing is, when Newcastle, anything can happen. Thing is, I remember under Pardew, right? Didn't we beat Man City, and we played our weaker side?
Aye, 2-0.
Yes,
2-0. Yes,
2014.
And Pardew said it, like, why do the fans keep doubting when anything could happen? This is Alan Pardew we're talking about, and he's also been down to Tottenham and that and won. He still feels like he's been let down. He got let down though by the fans, and obviously he's saying that it was he was never like Mike Ashley's choice. It was always down to he was always left to do the stuff. I kind of agree with him in a sense. So it was like I don't know what it is with Pardew. I still feel a bit sorry for him, and I should back him up, but I did.
It was good and bad times under Pardew, I would say.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, too.
Do you know what? What the heck? I thought he was. To be fair, he gave us a good time though. Like he gave us 5th place. He never signed any of those players. He gelled them in, and we actually got 5th place. Like, have we really progressed since Alan Pardew's left? I don't think we have.
No,
I don't think we have. Like, and I kind of the way he left. He said he just left because the fans were against him. And he just said, right, fine, have your wish. Then up steps John Carver and Steve McClaren. We know how that worked, dude.
Well, if we're honest, I don't think Pardew would have resigned, but I just think it's because do you think he was a bad manager for Newcastle? Though? I don't think he was. He gave us some good results. I'd say 6 out of 10.
I think. Do you know what? For what he was giving, I'm giving him a 6 or a 7. I think he gave us European football, and I still agree with him. He said it. We should have won the Europa League. I say it even to this day.
Yeah,
but all the players that he had were sold behind his back, and he even mentioned that Mike Ashley sold Demba to Chelsea for £7 million because he wanted the profit.
Yeah, but he had a release clause.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he went straight for the profit. Of course, he's going to do it. He's the owner, but I don't know. Pardew was a strange one. I mean, he gave with a 4-4 as well, didn't he? The famous 4-4. Beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We beat Man United 3-0. We went to Old Trafford and won 1-0. Beat Liverpool a few times. He gave us some good results, to be fair. To him. Yes, okay, it kind of fizzed out at the end, but doesn't happen to every manager. It happened under Benitez, to be fair. Like, after Fulham, he knew he was done.
He's gone.
That's the thing, yeah.
But I just know for a fine fact Steve Bruce is not the manager to take this club forward. He really isn't. And I don't care what people say. I mean, people can back him as much as they like, but for me, I know he's on borrowed time. And even if we win a game, I never get too high because Newcastle do what Newcastle always do. We'll play someone dodgy and we'll get beat.
In the second game.
Yeah? What was it? And I'm sorry to say, but if we get beat off West Brom, how on earth can he be given any more time? But he keeps saying it. This is the one thing that Steve Bruce always says, and I'm getting really sick of it now. Yeah. We're a work in progress. Mate, you've been saying that since you came for the fucking door. You've been there nearly 15 months. Come on. We are a work in progress. We are doing really well. This is another one, by the way. I keep hearing. We are not far away. Mate, we've been far away since you've come here.
Aye.
Exactly.
And then we get beat down playing your Cliff from Leicester.
Or it's like John Carver. We are a good side. We are definitely a good side.
What
was the best one? I remember clipping that actually on my Facebook, and everyone started pissing themselves. I am the best manager in the Premier League. No, you're not. No, you're not, pal. I remember when I first put that on Facebook, and everyone started because no one ever heard of it before, and I just put it up, and everyone started pissing themselves. I think I am the best manager in the Premier League. No, you're not.
Bollocks.
Mate, you nearly relegated us. Pardew left with 9th. Pardew left with 9th in November, and you nearly relegated us.
He did. I did.
No, I mean, you had players. You had even Jack Colback, and that was. I mean, what was it? 11 Jack Colbacks. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Honestly, man, we've. This is what I mean. Like, this is our ownership. This is exactly what's happened. You know what I mean? Oh man, honestly, do you know what? By the end of his career at Newcastle, I wonder who's had a better one: John Carver, Steve Bruce. Oh. I'm trying to figure out. McLaren.
At this point, Steve Bruce, then John Carver, then Steve McLaren.
I'm sorry, but I don't think I can watch much more Steve Bruce football.
I mean, you're like, yeah.
Oh man, but like I say, he's had a week to chew over a 2-0 win against Roy Hodgson's, Palace, or Redley would say Jurassic Park.
Owl. He's the owl. You got the owl, you got the cabbage, and you got the fat dogs.
Do you know what? I never know we back Newcastle for a heavy win, but I think I'm going to back with heavy against West Brom. That's how much I think we should beat them.
We'll see how they get on against Palace. But I don't think us, Palace and West Brom, all playing each other in the space of a few match days.
No, but have you seen our run coming up though? How would you feel if we lost most of them games? How would you feel if we lost most of them games? Like West Brom and Fulham and Leeds.
He'd have to go.
Would you keep Steve Bruce at this club? Of course you wouldn't.
Nah.
But this is my only concern I've got, right? Do you know what? And you might laugh, but Fulham are actually improving. They're the ones who actually starting to turn the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Scott Parker's got them playing. They've won the last couple of games. And by the way, they should have actually got something. Did you watch the Everton game on TV?
Oh yeah, they were decent.
They should draw that. Everton were shocking. Everton were poor.
If they knew how to score penalties, but I mean they learned the lesson last week.
No, like Fulham for me are starting to turn a corner. That's my only concern I got for them.
Speaking about Pardew, here's another question: would you take Pardew back for a laugh?
Do you know what? It sounds really, really dark. It sounds dark. Pardew over Steve Bruce.
Yeah,
maybe.
Oh no, and the thing is, I would take Pardew back over Steve Bruce because at least he sort of had it. Like you see, so he had a little bit of a clue. But Steve Bruce for me is too predictable.
Right.
I mean, it's one or the other. I mean, you either keep Steve Bruce and be bored all your life, or you bring back Alan Pardew with a little bit of a chance of. Yeah, remember when we had that football under Pappy Cisse, Demba and whatnot? He built a side that okay, they were through Graham Carr, but still.
I don't think you could do that again, to be honest.
But still, at least the players have an idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. If there's one thing I didn't like under Alan Pardew towards the end was all the hoofball, like lumping up for the best. I didn't like any of that. Yeah. That was bad. Remember that hump the ball up for the best.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Under McLaren, I used to call it McLaren did it the same, and I used to call it the hunchback.
Aye, definitely.
Remember the Bournemouth game?
What?
He come out. He goes, "Oh, we definitely deserve to win that game." Like, I mean, McLaren, have you not seen the stats? Like, the stats are like Bournemouth, like 80% possession. Like they've had 20 shots at the goal and about 14 on target. Mate, we've had one shot on one target. One on target, we've scored. But did you watch that game? The first ever time we played them at their place, they absolutely bombarded us. They literally pelted our goal.
1-0 win.
And McLaren goes, "I would definitely deserve." And McLaren goes, "I would definitely deserve to win that game." No, we didn't.
Because Jose Perez took his one chance in the game, and Rob Elliott just turned into Casillas.
I remember, Peter, to be fair, I used to watch some of your old videos because before I knew you, you were telling us about some of your old videos about Pardew and like McLaren, and I actually had to laugh at some of them. Like, McLaren, get out now! It's like me of today with Steve Bruce, get out now! Like, I understand your pain. Like, I would have probably done the same if I'd been doing YouTube. And by the way, just as well, I was not doing YouTube 4 years ago because, to be fair, I don't think I'd have a screen. Just leave it.
Aye.
True, Jody was bad for it, wasn't he? Like, I agree with him though.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I've watched you since 2014, Peter.
Aye. Been doing YouTube for a while, but
what was the other one? Pardew, get out! I'm glad he's gone. And then you brought John Carver, and then you're John Carver. No, but I'd like, don't get us wrong. Like, I understand anyone who's done YouTube before I did. I understand your pain, because if I'd start doing YouTube back in 2016, like I say, I don't think I probably would have stopped doing YouTube under Steve McLaren. Let's be honest. Every defeat would have been, we're going predictable Newcastle 1-0 defeat away to whatever. But I tell you what, that one in McLaren, I remember working, and I come out of work and I said, if we got B5 on a Palace, he should have been sacked there and then. He was done, finished.
He should have gone after
exactly. That's for me. I'm sorry, I know it's Palace, but you don't get B5-1, man.
What?
You know what I mean? That's it, man. That's it, Man City going to St James's Park, right, and get turned over 14-0 against us, and that's us. But you know what I mean, but that's it. Pep Guardiola getting turned over 14-0. You know what I mean? They spend money, we don't. You know what I mean? But funny times, like. But oh man, honestly, Pete, I'm surprised he's still going after all that stress. Pardew, you've had Pardew, Carver, McLaren, you've had Benitez. Imagine doing YouTube back in the early 2000s, or how good that would have been. Every video, you're just positive.
Aye.
Yes, we're just beating Man United 4-2.
I'm alright.
Aye.
I remember starting U2 as well. I remember starting U2 as well. U2 as well. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? Really like.
No, I'm not bothered for an opinion. Me, I just say as a thing.
Yes.
When I do a video, whatever comes off the top of my head, I just say it.
Right.
Sometimes when I do YouTube, I might disappoint a few people, and they might say, "Oh, I might disagree," but that's fine. I never get all personal about it. I mean, the same people do get a bit personal about what you say, but I won't mention names. But anyway, YouTube's YouTube.
That's the thing. That's the thing at the end of the day.
I was so like, what the hell am I doing?
No, like I say, some people on YouTube get a bit personal about what you say, even though YouTubers, I'm like, get a grip. It's in my opinion.
I did my first video. I was very nervous at the time. I was nervous.
Now you're like me, just flying around with your camera on. You're like, no, it's a matter.
Not to matter. What?
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, Lawrence, I remember you. You know when you used to do what was it? Lawrence Taylor. Let's do a video on YouTube. Remember that?
Yes.
Remember that,
I'll
Peter?
have to come back to it, I think.
You said you were going to come back to YouTube, on you? Is that right?
I think so. I think I might, yeah.
I think you should be. I think in the New Year, Lawrence, New Year, you should come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll
look at getting a video camera, just more for filming outdoors. Say I might film it.
Lawrence, the thing is, Lawrence, you did YouTube beforehand. Everyone knows who you are anyway. People know you. You do stuff like this, so people know who you are.
I've actually downloaded the Power Director to my laptop as well.
Exactly. Oh, Peter, I told Peter about Power Director, and he uses it now.
Using it now.
It works now. You put the pictures in.
Plus, I'm actually more confident. Plus, I'm actually happier to hear my own voice, because I hated hearing my own voice ages ago. But I'm all right.
See, that's what I'm saying. When you go on YouTube channels, you gain more confidence just by talking to other people, and you want to do it yourself.
That's the thing.
At the end of the day, I've always said all YouTubers, everyone's entitled to their opinion as a Newcastle fan. No one's right, no one's wrong. It's just that's the way it is.
When I started YouTube, I was nervous as wreck. I don't know what's happening with me. I was just saying, top my head.
Oh, you don't even want to watch my first ever video that I done. Jeez,
I don't know what I was doing, lad. I don't know what I was doing. I was just sitting in my room one night with my camera on my phone, and I did it.
I'll tell you what, my first video was 2017. The day we got promoted again. I done a Preston preview, and then we beat them and got promoted. I done a match day vlog. I don't know if any of you ever watched that. We beat Preston.
I watched it.
I'm sure I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just briefly on to this next comment. John Carver was a pile of bollocks. Well, he was.
And his next successor.
The Premier League. I won 11 Jack Colbox.
Even worse.
Another thing, when he used to lick his lips a lot of the time as well.
That actually brings back memories. What?
There you go. You just nailed it there, Sean.
I don't know. I just was McLaren. It was just every single preview of the game and every Portsmouth game. It was literally, but that didn't work. That didn't work. And it's just it worked. No, it didn't. If it worked, we would have actually won the game, pal.
Exactly.
Oh, Sharky.
We've got a great side of us. I'm like, well, we haven't really, because let's be fair, pal. We actually won on the last game of the season.
Shit.
Sharky, I'm just thinking, I know you did that rant at Leicester about Steve Bruce. I wonder what you'd be like for Carver lost 3-0, all the goals from set pieces, and we can't even get the kick off.
Who's this?
Just thinking, when we lost 3-0 Leicester to Carver, I'm thinking what you'd be like if you'd been there, considering this is how much the Leicester that finished 14th.
Same thing.
You get the bloody thing right.
Well, let's be fair. You got to remember, right? It was a Sunday afternoon. We didn't get there at 4:15. There was delays and whatnot with the traffic. Peanut down the rain. Gets in there. Nice stadium, by the way. Give him credit for that. Gets in there.
Yeah.
We didn't even have a game plan, and we could have lost 15 or 16-0. It was that bad. Literally, you had ASM on the bench. Are you actually? I said Yedlin, bloody Yedlin. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
I said it in the video, right? And I said it. He was clueless. Now, you know what? He was sort of turning it around, but now I've lost faith in him, man. I don't know. He's not my type of manager.
Nah.
This whole I am a Geordie and whatnot. I am a Newcastle fan. Shut up, man.
I know. I'm a legend, man. A legend.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I might wrap it up there for tonight. So
thanks, families, and Peter.
Cheers.
No problem.
Cheers, lads.
Thank you very
Cheers,
much.
lads.
Please feel free to check out Toonami TV and Retro NUFC on YouTube. Thank you very much, lads, for popping in, as well as Lawrence as well.
Yeah.
No problem, lads. You good night, Peter. Good night, Lawrence. Good night, Jay. See you soon.
See you guys.
Stay safe.
Take
care, lads. Bye.
Oh, well, then, that's it for tonight. So thank you to all of those that popped in the live stream and also in the live chat as well. Thank you very so much. Again, it was a good way to make up for it since I couldn't do my original content since the Toon game was off for tonight. So, but yeah, soon when I can't do my original content, it's always great to get these bringing these kind of options into place as well. So yes, that is so very delighted that did go very, very well tonight. So as I mentioned, please check out Toonami TV and Retro NUFC out on YouTube as well. So of course, thank you for watching. Of course, don't forget to like. Please feel free to drop a comment as well. And of course, if you haven't checked me out before, please do hit the subscribe button. Until I see you on the next video, take care of yourselves. See you all here. Thank you.